Are you gonna just be recording me playing Demon's Souls?
Guys, I got.
Okay.
God, fanfiction reading gameplay commentary. You know, you gotta capture some new kind of crowd.
Hello, YouTube. It is I, Funny Man Sierra, father of Lingus. It is.
We're not capturing noise immediately. Here we are.
Well, you see, Oates posts every time he does his reading stuff on the media channel.
I see. I hear people for half a second. It is catching sound.
Is it catching sounds?
Yeah, I opened up your stream. There's sound coming through.
Oh, cool. Well, is it coming through from you? And not just me?
Oh god, VC-ception. Mute.
Brain melt.
Oh, I also have you turned way up, Sierra. So
yeah.
you top out.
That was kind of loud there.
Wow, I got a
Sorry, YouTube. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, it's just because most people.
Funny man, a little too loud.
And then V is just way quieter than you, even just naturally. So.
Well, my shit slides away from my face a lot. I have to push it close.
I am leaning back. There's a good yard between my mouth and my microphone.
Wait, I heard V. Which V?
V8.
V8.
Okay, because we got two V's here.
I would have called him Lone.
You could always fucking do what like my other friend groups say and just say V-boy.
Well, actually, here's the better one: is Texas is a crappy state. Does that anger you when I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not that V.
I don't live in Texas. I live in Florida.
So
man.
Texas of the East Coast.
All right. So
I live a few feet away from some Olivias. I could go down there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so you're close. Oh, are you saying you're closer to Louisiana?
Oh no.
Oh, thank God.
There are gators in many states. I'll have you know.
Yeah, but
I know.
You know, Florida is gator dense.
I mean, yes, to the point where there's laws against walking your gator out in public.
Gator dense.
I mean, 70 pounds and all that.
I mean, yes.
Real quick, Watto is posting some high tier shit. Real quick.
Oh, god damn it! I'm still getting caught up on zooing up. No, I need Stegoros.
Just a little bit of high tier. Let me download that real quick.
I'm so close to being a real streamer, guys.
I'm a
real streamer.
I do that.
A real streamer now.
You want that link? I swear you were in there before. It's the same as my Discord name, Silly Billy.
Silly Billy versus the Demon Core.
Silly Billy versus the unmatched power of the sun. Yo!
I think there's another one which was like there's another one I think that was like the crushing depth of the ocean.
Might have been.
Ocean Gate moment.
The problem I am running right now with my audio is I think my capture card is trying to override my headset audio for some things. So.
Yeah, it'll do that sometimes. I have chat open for if people do decide to hop in. But the first one shot we're reading is Gator MD, which is a crossover of Wani Hug That Gator and House MD. And I fucking love watching House MD because how stupid half that shit is. Why would a blind person give up architecture after they regain their sight?
Well, you see, that's better than half the medical shows out there where it's dumb stuff of medical terminology that's not real. Like, it's been brought up by actual doctors that House MD is not necessarily wrong. It's just the circumstances are completely stupid.
Yeah.
Which is more to say than, like, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
You think I'm joking? That show apparently does anger many doctors out there.
Except my mom, apparently. Should I order sushi for
Her,
dinner?
yes. You should order sushi for your mother.
Your mother?
I
think
would
fucking-
like
I think doctors would laugh at
sushi
ridiculous shit
tuna?
like that. Like, haha, you got that wrong.
and
Also, just remember the 3 basic facts. It's never lupus, except
It's
for that
always
one
lupus.
episode. It's never, except for that one episode when it is lupus. House is always correct the first time around,
except when he's not.
except when he's not, and that Cuddy always tells him no. House, I forbid this. Ha 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 ha. No.
You're a woman. So basically, I'm ordering Sujin. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Just remember, keep an eye out. In weeks from now, you might at random have another gallon of milk just sitting out in your home.
You better do that in the afternoon, not the day. It'll go bad.
It's
Boy, I need milk.
it's so funny that it's like, have you had to had family members ever come over at all?
Occasionally.
So here's the thing: I'm gonna aim for it to when your family members are visiting. You're gonna get a gallon of milk, and you just gotta answer, be like, "I got my suppliers."
So I'm gonna remove the Meguro, and this is gonna be one of the expensive things of all time, but that's fine.
You can't tell me that's not a great skit to do against your family.
Just fucking, I have my suppliers, gallon of whole milk shows up at the door. Alright, I have dinner coming. I'm a man of taste. There's a Japanese steakhouse in town that's actually good. In towns of this size, that's not very common for them to be good.
First of all, it's a Japanese steakhouse in the first place. Not a lot of them are that great around the area I'm at.
Well, yeah, but you can at least get fresh seafood to some extent.
We get fresh lake, fresh seafood, yeah. If it's not from Erie, most of the time you don't really fish Erie.
Hello, Katos.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to reading stream.
Alright, well,
Howdy, bro.
time to start with Gator MD.
Yeah. Yes, I got my capture card and stuff.
I'm bombarded with somebody yelling my name. Miss
God damn it,
Halford?
I missed the cowabunga.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Katos. I'm reading
I
Gator
missed the
MD!
cowabunga.
I have to do the fucking voices from House MD. I have to mimic Hugh Laurie and those other people.
Those other people.
I don't remember their names.
People.
And the guy who
Okay.
kinda looks like Jim Carrey.
Okay, so you have
Miss
House.
Halford? Mrs.
It-
Halford? Hey yo, Miss Halford!
Oh no! Not to...
As I finally regain my vision, I see that I'm in a hospital room with a strange human man who doesn't look like a doctor, but something about him tells me he is. He is tall, but uses a cane. He favors one leg and is dressed in jeans, a light blue button-up shirt, navy blue suit jacket, and is standing over me. Miss Halford, you may never walk again, but you already knew that, don't you? He says in a snarky tone. Until now, as he says, he injects my IV with a mysterious syringe, and I begin to feel loopy and pass out. One
What?
week earlier.
Oh,
Chase is the Australian, right?
yeah, Chase is the Australian, then you got the Chase.
Ah, so we have a new patient.
Yes.
As Robert Chase, a Parasaurolophus, enters the room while greeting his fellow co-workers, Allison Cameron, a Baryonyx, and Eric Foreman, a Triceratops. Of course they made him a trigger. Was there
Go
any
steal
other
me your
way?
TV. Go steal me a TV. Mr. House, I'll go get your TV.
As he's about to give the file to House, he stops him and says, "Let me guess. Baryonyx girl who can't walk allegedly tried to kill herself by throwing herself down a set of stairs," he says sternly. Chase replies with, "How'd you know?" "They just printed this foil." House explains that the patient's father called him himself requesting that he treat his daughter and that money isn't an issue as long as he fixes her. After this, House pulls out his whiteboard and begins to list symptoms. Alright. Or wait, no, it's alright. Nah, that's better. I have to be an American doing a British man doing an American accent.
American accent. Okay, so think about what Gordon Freeman would sound like.
Alright.
You get absolute quiet.
No.
I mean, here's the thing. His actor looks like he could be perfect Gordon Freeman, so imagine.
I
what
know
Gordon...
who Hugh Laurie is. I've watched House before. I binge watched that shit. I know. I'm just trying to think of how I can sound more like House.
I'm just thinking of the
Dr. Cuddy, you are a black man. There we go.
Just like things that like go for like how they go for like fucking Gordon Freeman's voice, and it's just the like the HUD UI sounds and the guns reloading. It's no voice.
I was thinking the crowbar hits metal
He goes on
object.
to explain the patient is an 18-year-old baryonyx girl who's currently in a coma from an alleged suicide attempt after being humiliated in front of her fellow classmates after breaking down during a eulogy she was giving for her art teacher that recently died. Her boyfriend, Incognito, was the person that found her. He claims that he went looking for her after the eulogy and found her at the bottom of like that. So what are her symptoms? Well, she's stuck in a coma. The amount of trauma that she had would have had her knocked out for at most 3 days. But it's been 2 weeks. Foreman, Cameron, I want you to do an MRI. Chase, I want you to run a blood test. I suspect there is something else going on, said House. That wasn't bad, was it?
No.
That's about the intonation he has. Except I did it a bit fast.
Make it a little. You got to make it a little bit more spiteful to get the character going.
Well, she is stuck in a coma. The amount of trauma that she had would have knocked her out for at most 3 days. It's been 2 weeks. Foreman and Cameron, do an MRI. Chase, run a blood test. Cuddy, kill yourself. Is that better? Screen fades out and back in. Foreman and Cameron are in the MRI room analyzing the results and come to the conclusion that his head trauma wasn't major enough to keep in a coma this long. Oh wait, no, that's Foreman. Whatever, we're keeping it. This trauma only could have knocked her out for almost 2 to 3 days, not 2 weeks. As Foreman is saying this, the patient begins convulsing on the table. Foreman and Cameron rush to her side to try and stabilize her by injecting her with medicine to stop it. Chase returns to the house with the blood test. The patient has both ethyl acetate and benzene in their system, said Chase. Bingo, said House, knowing that it couldn't have just been trauma. That would explain the convulsions, but would there have been enough for it to have gotten to her system to cause this? Said Cameron. House, with his know-it-all attitude, explains that the patient must have gotten into her system from harmful paints that are in her teacher's room. Homer asks, why would this only affect her now? You are a trigger, said House. This vexes me.
This is, you came in looking for copper, but you found gold.
House explains that dinos have a stronger immune system than humans, but because of recent trauma, her body can't fight off harmful chemicals that's only affecting her now that she's in a coma. The benzene explains that convulsions, and ethyl acetate explains why she is still asleep, said House. Cameron and Chase, go to the patient's room and search the home for any harmful paints. There is a reason that our art teacher died of cancer. Foreman, start looking for treatments for EA and benzene poisoning, said House. Doctor, there is a visitor in the patient, said a random nurse. And I'll talk with this visitor and see if I can get more information about her, said House. Screen faded out and back in. Chase and Cameron arrived at the patient's house, which strangely has the name Pain on the outside, and they're surprised to be greeted by a Dilophosaurus Spinosaurus hybrid. Hello, he asks. Hi, we're wondering if this is the residence of Miss Olivia Halford, said Cameron. The dino, with a touch of sorrow in his eyes, says yes and asks them what they want and who they are. We are Olivia's doctors. We want to check her room for a cause of what's wrong with her, said Cameron. Oh, there's plenty wrong with her. I don't think you'll find everything wrong with her just in her room, said the dino. We need to check if she has any old paint, because she is poisoned with chemicals found in old paint. If we find what we're looking for, we can be sure how to trade her. May we please come in, said Chase. No size. Well, she may have been being a bitch, but she still is family. Come on in! Oh, by the way, my name is Damien, said Damien. Thank you, said Jason Cameron. The camera cuts to black. It cuts back to us. This has the same writing style as Garfield Effect.
It does. It does.
Like, with a
Why?
slight improvement, it's not like, I ain't making sweet lovings. Because at least the quotes are correct. At least when, like, a character is talking, that's correct grammar. But the rest of it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I assume we're not going to get any sweet lovings at the end of this.
No, it's a house. No, basically you're gonna have House probably down a whole bottle of Vicodin by the end.
I feel like I've downed a whole bottle of Vicodin. The camera cuts back to House.
Vicodin.
House, as he is reviewing the patient's file again, sees the visitor as Incognito, the person who found Miss Halford at the bottom of the stairs. So, Mr. Nito, you claim that you found Olivia like that, said House. Look, man, I'm just here to get my RAR pods. I dropped them last time I was here. I just want to grab them real quick. I don't even sound like Christian a little bit. Well, too bad. I need you to give me some personal info about her hobbies, what she likes. Got it? Said House as he takes a few Vicodin. Woo! Do a shot. Screw you, man. You acting like a bitch anyway. I try to help her, but you won't listen to nobody. Alright, she's what led her to trying to kill herself, said Inco. If she tried to kill herself, then why is the trauma at the back of her head, and why does the bruising on her tail indicate she tried to catch herself? Said House with a demanding tone. I don't know, I just found her like that. Is it fine that I've made this version of this Wonko a hood rat?
I mean, Wonko is a rat bastard, so it
he's
works.
a rat, but not a hood rat. He's like one of those.
You're lying! I know it! As House says this, he injects Inco with what is called truth serum. House knows that Inco isn't giving the full picture. After giving Inco the serum, House hits the back of his knee with his cane, forcing him to sit down. Explain now. With a sigh, Inco goes on to explain that Olivia loves to paint, has a pet rat named Guts that he could have sworn he saw in some video essay about a rare animal iceberg or something about paralysis. And that their art teacher was her favorite teacher, and that he tried to push her out of her shell but failed in the end. Inco goes on to say that during the eulogy he took pictures of her while she was at her lowest and that he had found her at the top of the stairs. After arguing for a bit, he tried to hug her, but she refused. When he had forced a hug, she pushed herself away and accidentally gone down the stairs. Wait, what kind of rat? That's what you're concerned about? Well, I figured out the rest of the story. Why else would she have those chemicals in her system? But you mentioned a rat that causes paralysis, said House. Well, there's something about its saliva causing paralysis, but if diluted, there's something medicinal. It could cure it, said Inco. Great, thank you. And by the way, those were just antibiotics. There is no truth serum. House says this as he's leaving the room.
That
Hey,
is a
my
very
raw
House
pods.
thing. That actually fits right there.
As House is leaving, he is
Fucking
paged to the
go.
OR.
Get
He
fucked.
suddenly remembers that he is a doctor and has to treat patients in or because of something he did in the pilot.
Haha, it wasn't truth serum, I just injected you with saline.
Screen fades out and back in. What do you mean it's ass? This is so good. This is much more enjoyable than fucking Garfield Effect.
That's not true, and you know it.
I'm not having brain cell loss, so I agree.
As House enters the OR, he almost didn't recognize the man he sees. Ah, Mr. Mouse! Last time you were here, I treated your tarot friend. How are they doing, or should I say, how are the two of you doing? Said House. Well, she is doing good, and our relationship is better. But the reason I'm here is that I got some accidental scratches on my back from Fang. I wanted to get them checked for an infection, said Mr. Mouse. House takes one look at the scratches and sees that they are a little green. I see, these accidental scratches are a little infected. Just put some hydrogen peroxide on and put some bandages on. And it seems that your relationship is definitely more physical, said House. How can you tell? Said Mouse. I know from personal experience, said House as he shows his lower back, revealing some similar but very faded scars as he was leaving the room. Screen fades out and back in.
He gets some that patero pussy.
Is Cody Atero in this? Or is it his dead wife? House is shown riding his motorcycle to the main residence and stops right in front of it.
Season.
What do you mean? It's pretty consistent.
No. If it's like say season 3, and then it'd be then it'd probably be.
It might be Cuddy.
Yeah.
Seeing that Chase and Cameron are still there, House walks in and introduces himself. Hello, I am Dr. Gregory House. I am Olivia's doctor. I assume you've already met my team, said House. Whoa, I didn't know somebody could have more than one doctor, said Damien. House, what are you doing here? The visitor told me something that makes me believe we can do more than just wake the patient up, said House. Ow! We can make her walk again. Everybody audibly gasps. I just need to get some of that rat's hair. What rat? We saw a cage, but there was nothing in it. Let me look, said House, slightly annoyed. As he inspects the room, he sees a harmful paint in the empty cage. He proceeds to continue looking around the room until he finds a small chest. He opens it and sees a picture of the patient in bikini. He picks up the picture but notices the date was from 2 years ago. He quickly puts the picture back in the chest and goes over to the cage with a sample of the rat's hair. He's like, that's a minor.
Oh no.
If it was dated more recent, he would have kept it.
You see, she has lupus.
He asks Damien where the rat may be, but he just responds that she probably took him with her to the dance. This is where Cameron pipes in saying, I heard a report of a rat being taken out of the hospital a few days ago. Great! Great, House says annoyed. Cameron, Chase, Paige Foreman, when you two get back, you're gonna go rat hunting. House says with a devilish tone as he pops a Vicodin. Take a drink.
I'm killing the Drake.
So, you all found the rat, House says as he's questioning his team. In front of them are 3 cages with 3 different rats. Well, if the patient loved this rat enough to bring them with her, the rat will more than likely display the same love for the patient, said House. Well, how are we going to test that? Like this, House says this and proceeds to release all 3 rats from their cages. Cameron yelps as one rat runs between her legs and the other out the door. Foreman and Chase begin questioning House on why he would do that. Look, House says as he's pointing out the only rat who stayed and is now on the patient's chest. Look. At this very moment, Lisa Cuddy, a Rhino Rex, and House's boss barges in. House, what the hell are you doing? Says Cuddy. Being the Pied Piper. What's it look like I'm doing? House said with a snarky tone. Well, it looks like you're releasing rats into the hospital, Cuddy said angrily. Calm down, he takes the Vicodin. I'm fixing the patient, said House. Well, how does releasing rats into the hospital fix a patient, House? Said Cuddy. I'm figuring out what rat belongs to the patients. This rat is a rare Peruvian rat who is the key to fixing her legs, said House. I'm full of gas.
Worth it.
How is some foreign rat going to help fix the patient? This rat has a special enzyme in saliva that can cause paralysis, but if diluted with a medicinal drug, it can cure paralysis. House, that is absurd. If we knew this, then it would be common, said Cuddy. Exactly. It's not common knowledge. House goes on to explain that the rat is very rare because in Peru it's considered a delicacy. They got hunted to near extinction before it was discovered that the effects of the saliva could be used to fix paralysis. Due to it being a protected science, can't do jack squat in terms of physically studying it, but it seems this little guy slipped through and got mistaken for a normal rat. Cuddy is still annoyed at House, but knows that he's right, and even if she won't admit it, she gives House a stern look. Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to find a drug that can dilute the saliva. After talking with Cuddy, House and his team begin searching through textbook after textbook, trying to find the medicinal drug strong enough to reverse the saliva. After a few hours, House says he knows what they can use, but it's not at the hospital. Well, where is it then? A local dino pharmacy. I'll get it myself. And don't tell Cuddy! Said House. And when we see House pull up on his motorcycle at a small dispensary, he walks in and is greeted by a tall, slim, pink raptor. Hey, dude, not to be rude or anything, but I don't think you'll find anything you can take here, said the raptor. My name is Dr. Gregory House, and it's not for me, it's for my patient. You may have even read about her in the paper, said House. Whoa, how did you know my name? Said Reed. They both proceed to stare at what would be the camera for several seconds in silence. Well, what exactly do you need it for? I'll lose my license if I don't prescribe a valid use, said Reed. I need it to dilute a rare Peruvian rat saliva to cure her paralysis from the knees down, said House. Alright, sounds legit. So how strong do you need this Carfey to be? Asked Reed. Pretty strong, said House. Gotcha. Reed says he gives House double finger guns and gives him the Carfey. House returns to the hospital and tells his team that they have to get the saliva. House, despite him being him, he still will humanely collect the saliva. Unfortunately, that meant he had to have the rat bite into a piece of cloth to extract it. Dog, you can just fucking stick a Q-tip in its mouth. After a few hours of the rat drinking, biting, the strangely very obedient, almost like it knows what it's doing. More rat bites! Alice says demandingly.
More
rat bites! House, how much longer do we have to wait for this rat to bite the cloth? Asked Foreman in an annoyed tone. Just a few more bites and it should be good enough. So, House, what drug did you get from that pharmacist? Asked Foreman. I bought it from a dispensary in town. I bought Carfey, said House, still focused on the rat. What? What? The three of them asked. House, you can't give the patient carfentanil, said Foreman. Nothing else in the hospital is strong enough to dilute the saliva. If you don't use something this strong, we could make the patient worse off than they already are, said House. House, you have no idea what effects this will have on the patient.
Shut up, Chase. You're Australian.
The patient will be fine. This stuff is only harmful to humans, said House. But what if it does harm her? It could ruin her life. Her life is already ruined. She got humiliated in front of her classmates, and they all think she tried to kill herself because of it. Her boyfriend essentially dumped her. Her family is planning on kicking her out. I'm just trying to make her life better, House said angrily. After a pause, House explains that she has her whole life ahead of her, but seems to be already over for her. He just wants to try and help her fix her legs so that she has something going for her. Because to her, the whole world is out to get her. After this unexpected emotional moment from House, everybody silently nods. It's rare that House genuinely cared about the patient, especially to this degree. Since signing JPEG, then fucked out Baron Johnson's mom because he dissed Pickles. This holds no significance to the story or fic at all.
What?
Sigh, you all go home. I'll wait until enough saliva has been harvested. Tomorrow the patient should be waking up, and then we'll just inject the mixture so we can tell her while she is awake. We cut to the next morning where House is with his team. He is explaining to him that the plan is going to be, of course, not to tell Cuddy about the Carfey, and he is going to do it alone so that nobody else could possibly get in trouble because what he's doing is probably illegal. House is down in Olivia's hospital room, simply playing the waiting game when suddenly... House, you cannot give the patient carfentanil. If you do, I will fire you. Who told you? It wasn't Cameron, was it? It was Cameron, wasn't it? But besides the point, both you and me know that you won't, and plus, I have all those clinic hours to do, said House. House, in good faith, I cannot let you inject that patient with that mixture, said Cuddy. Sure, here's the syringe. I don't feel like fighting today. The patient's gonna wake up soon, said House. Thank you, said Cuddy. Little as Cuddy. No, House gave her a different syringe because he knew that somebody was gonna tell Cuddy about his mixture. The syringe he gave her was just morphine.
This is so fucking. This is like how.
House is in the wait. It was waiting in the room and sees the patient's waking up. He been saying her name, Miss Halford, Miss Halford, Miss Halford. House is after getting the patient's attention. My brain. Her at least being conscious for this.
Oh no.
What? Said Olivia. Miss Halford, you may never walk again, but you already knew that, didn't you? Said House in a snarky tone. Olivia gives House a confused look when suddenly he says, "Until now," and he injects her with a syringe and she suddenly passes out. No Biddy being the wiser that she woke up at all. House knows that the patient will be fine and that in an hour or so she will wake up again. House, in a strange turn of emotion, decides to call her father, telling him that she should be waking up soon. Olivia's father arrives half an hour later. Mr. Halford, as I told you... hold on. I'm retarded. Mr. Halford, as I told you, your daughter should be waking up soon. If there's anybody you would want to inform so that they may see her, be my guest, said House. No, I just want to be there with her when she wakes up. Alone, said Mr. Halford. Fine by me. Just let me know when she wakes up. I want to test something, said House. As House leaves the room, he is approached by his boss. House, where is the syringe? The one you gave me was morphine, Cuddy demanded. Used and disposed of. That's what I normally do, said House. House, you have no idea what the effects of that could do to the patient. If what you say is true, the patient could be worse than when she got here, said Cuddy. But before you fire me, you should take a look. As House is saying this, the patient is waking up and hugging her father. Cuddy is annoyed, but sees that the drugs don't make the patient worse, and decides to wait outside until House enters. Ah, Miss Halford, you're awake. Now, as turn procedure, I have to run a short physical, said House. Sus is doing the physical, and he mentions that she is lucky that she went down the stairs backwards, because if her tail didn't try to catch her, she wouldn't be awake. Alright, now for your reflexes, said House as he pulls out a small rubber hammer. You know my legs are paralyzed, right? I know, I just wanted to show you two. He hits Olivia's knee with a small mallet, and to Olivia and her father's surprise, her leg kicks in response. Although small, it still happened. He hits the next knee and the same thing happens. What? Said Olivia in confusion. I know, right? House then hits Olivia's ankle with the end of his cane. Hey, ass, why did that hurt? Said Olivia. Now check this out, said House as he puts his hands in front of her. Olivia instinctively grabs House's hands. House suddenly pulls her forward and lets go. Olivia is standing there, unassisted and in complete shock. Olivia shakingly takes a step forward and realizes she can use her legs for the first time in her life. She begins to cry and almost falls, but is caught by her father, who is now crying with her. House is standing behind them, knowing that his job is done. The next month for Olivia is a blur as she goes through physical therapy slowly as she learns how to use her legs after 18 years. After the hardest month of her life, she walked out of the hospital, unassisted. As House watches her leave through his office window, he feels accomplished in that he helped fix a girl's life. At school, Olivia arrives in a wheelchair and approaches her ex-boyfriend, Inko. Hey, Inko, I wanted to show you something, said Olivia as she stood up. When Olivia stood, it seemed the whole school had stopped. Inko only managed to say, Olivia, you can stand? I said Olivia as he looked her up and down. Strangely, Olivia appears to be wearing steel-toed boots. Oh, I can do a lot more than just stand, said Olivia. She pulls back her leg and wham! Olivia kicked Inko square in the nuts. Inko made a high-pitched squealing sound before collapsing to the floor.
That's what you get, Wonko!
Hey, these
That's
are
what you
kinda
get!
nice.
Wonko,
I might
get
ask Dad if I
Dorian.
can keep these, said Olivia as she confidently walked in her first day of class of the day. House didn't get in any trouble due to his advancement in the medical science, and the hospital was even able to recreate enzymes that were in Guts' saliva from the little rat, from what little was left over. A small statue of Guts now sits in front of the hospital. A month and a half after Olivia walked out of the hospital, she sent Dr. Gregory a package. I, too, am in this fic, said James Wilson, a Carnosaurus.
You too in this fic.
What you got there, House? Oh, a patient whose legs I fixed sent me this. I think it's a painting, said House. Look, there's a letter. You should read it. Fine, I'll read it. Dear Dr. House, I wanted to thank you for saving my life in more ways than one. That night, at the winter ball, I was considering killing myself when Inko stepped in and almost did. But if not for you, I wouldn't have this new lease on life. So, for saving my life and basically giving me a new one, I wanted to give you this. Olivia Halford. House undoes the packaging to reveal a very detailed painting of himself. In the corner, you can see a small message saying, "Thank you for fixing more than my legs, Olivia Halford." So, what are you going to do with it? Probably throw it out. I don't have much use for things like this anyways, said House.
Bruh.
As the camera shows House leaving the hospital and arriving home, we can see that House hung up the painting, along with below it the card in a frame. House knows what is wrong with his leg can't be fixed, but he takes pride in knowing that he can do it for others. And before going to sleep, he pops another vitamin. Roll credits.
Spike it.
Take a shot.
You see, unlike in Garfield Effect, where Garfield is a Mary Sue, this is just House being House.
This is really this could be an episode of House.
Let me just jab you with a random ass needle. Tell me the truth.
Oh, cool. Food. I'll be right back, fellers.
God.
That is literally how. That is the average structuring of a House episode.
I am wondering something now.
Let me just do everything that like could violate like anything to do with being a doctor and risk getting my medical license taken.
I am really wondering something now. Do you think there's a Snoot Wani CSI crossover fic?
I mean, I've already brought it up that was taking the
You know,
Crimson.
there is already a male version of the Mary Sue, but I call the Country Boy version a Gary Boo.
No, specifically though, I've thought about it as taking Crimson Begets Crimson, which is what Jake wrote, and then making a CSI thing where Ripley and his team are actually trying to track down Wolfgang. I've thought
of that. A True Detective style series.
I thought this was going to be a little worse value for money, and now I have a lot of food.
You are ordering in the Great Plains. You're gonna have those bigger meals.
This is soup.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
there was soup.
Unless if you got the wrong order.
It's just, well, it's onion soup, so I'm not going to be upset about that. Good stuff.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. I order like a large sandwich, and they give me the completely wrong sandwich and the meal.
Oh, yep, this is the right order. I have a variety plate of sushi in front of me at this moment in time.
Though if I did kill that drake, I can go ahead and kill the red dragon there. If I can kill that red dragon, that'll put me at positive world tendency.
Alright. So, yeah, that was a pretty good one, wasn't it? That was enjoyable.
It was dry.
There is a whole tag for House MD. I might go back and start reading House fics.
Oh God.
Well, here's the thing: is that House is for some reason on the comeback for popularity, even though for the fact that
It makes waves.
yeah, it's weird. It's like getting Stargate SG-1 recommendations for some reason.
Basically getting like something is breathing new life into it from somewhere, and it's getting
Yeah,
out.
me.
Or YouTube Shorts, as Jam puts it. That's not surprising.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts does seem to revive the most random of things sometimes.
Does anybody have any one-shots that they need next?
Not a specific one shot, just a question. Is there any Snoot Wani CSI crossovers?
I don't know.
CSI?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen any. This just came. This is fairly new. It was this one.
Okay. Because I was thinking, if House MD can get a crossover, maybe
No,
funny.
wait. I can see one. Blue Bloods. And it's just the Aaron household, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you think of Ripley being played by Tom Selleck?
Probably actually. He's like the fucking fat guy, right? In Blue Bloods.
He is the commissioner in Blue Bloods.
Yeah, he's like isn't the commissioner in Blue Bloods like a bigger dude?
Yeah, that's Tom Selleck. He's kind of packed on a couple pounds.
I can see it. Let me enjoy my little sushi sampler. Just a little bite real quick.
I'm scrolling through looking for like one shots right now, trying to find a goofy one.
Fuck it. Shoot me a link. I'll look too.
You know what? Surprise gaming stream?
I could do that.
God.
Like
the AO3 fucking.
Nah. Boot up Flash. Find a Flash game to play. See how far you can get in it.
god.
I was gonna play Hot Dog Bush. Sarge did give me a Flash player.
Yeah, nah, man.
There.
Play original tower defense, baby.
I'm dunking my sushi
There,
into
now
the
you
soy
can just search
sauce.
through, like, what's fucking... It set some kudos searching right now, like most kudos. So I'm going near the back to look for one-shots. You know, see if I can find, like, stupid ones.
It depends. Well, since
It's upright.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna recommend you to read this on stream, but there is something called Squad Broken. I wouldn't recommend it reading on stream because it is.
Spreers? What the fuck?
It's worse than Smut.
It's Squad Broken. I'm assuming it's a war story.
It is a Dino War fanfic about orcs and space marines, and the space marines running out of morale.
Oh. So it's just depression.
So it's a lamenter's moment.
Here's one called Running Justice, and the thing is just Damon's lawyer arrives to learn what happened to him to help deal with the charges against him based on his actions. It's all dialogue. No description.
They call them the Snoot Team. Da-da-da-da.
I've read what the fuck thing, it's alright.
I'm trying to find, like, silly one-shots.
You know, this fucking sushi is delectable. Is that fucking eel?
Give me Snoot.
No, wait, this is yellow tuna.
Huh? Say, give me Snoot Game?
But A-Team.
Oh. Snoot Team?
Yeah, this shit banging.
6? God. That's not really...
What is, here is a trigger thing. Unbeknownst, an American 18-year-old fantasy lover from Kansas has been dreaming to travel to Germany for a long time. Incorrect. Nobody in Kansas wants to ever go to Germany.
That's not true.
Kansas is mostly Germans.
I know. What do you think they did in World War II when they started calling on Germans to return back to the homeland? That's literally a thing that... No, that's actually a decent amount of, like, American Germans actually went back to Germany to join the Nazis. Like, a decent amount of them. It's actually very insane.
This is I Want to Snoot That Ring, which is an Elden Ring crossover.
I want to...
The loathsome dung eater.
God.
The leathersome dung eater.
I'm not reading Weeb Stego again.
You've already...
I'm not reading it out loud again, I should say. I'll probably read it again later to myself.
Gonna pop a perk 30? Yeah.
I would joke and say fucking read Caveman Flow, but I think a lot of people have already heard that.
And Humo's already done it, so...
Yeah, that's why I said a lot of people have already heard it.
Still, the rises the moon.
We shall... The way how I think it would be smart enough is not to tread over familiar territory with the community on that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, it's already been heard by everyone.
People keep telling me to read None Chamber. I probably catch up by it quicker than Kumo could.
Bro, there's like 32 chapters of it currently out. You're gonna, like, take, like, years.
Dog, did you see how long it took me to do Bad Apple? Those 18 chapters? It took me 1 week.
If your voice runs ragged, fucking... It's gonna
run
more ragged.
I've gotten used to it. What are you looking at, Smooth Skin?
Hey, Smooth Skin.
I got one, but I don't know if you could read it.
Cars has given me...
There's no love without violence.
Something?
Oh, I've read that.
I don't... Oh, this is fucking long as shit.
What?
Cars sent me a fic.
What is it called?
Old Faces and New Understandings. I think he wrote this.
Hey, you know what I could do?
I think this was written by Cars.
Hey. I know what you could read.
Oh, I didn't know he was here.
So, hey, Cars, can you send him the link to the Wikipedia page for the Griffonian Republic?
Oh no, that's read a Wikipedia page.
You're gonna lose me subscribers, Reed, and I only have 30.
Unsubscribe. You do not read Dino fanfiction. I leave.
You subscribe more.
You will read Equestria War. Lore. You shall read the lore from a mod that has way too much work put into it.
God.
Has Born to Inherit the Stars really been not added to for a month? It seems like it's shorter than that.
Ask Will.
According to this, it's been since June 29th.
He's been working, I think, on Chapter 5 for a good bit, and he wants to rework Chapter 1 and 2. I don't know if he's finished the rework on those
I think he
yet.
did the reworks already. I think he said he already did it.
I think he's been dealing with the
Yeah.
problem of
Nice guy.
just block. So
I mean, so have I, but mine's been worse because I only have one chapter out.
oh, it's face back.
Yeah, hello, face.
Face,
well,
I'm
but I got
streaming
the-
right
I
now.
got
I should
the-
let you know.
I've got the capture card working properly now.
God. I forgot that was like a one-shot called Penis Inspection Day.
I read that. It was funny.
It is funny.
Wait,
it's not-
what?
Penis Inspection Day. It's
Have you ever
a
heard of-
fic.
Have you never heard of?
I've gone far enough to where I found my own
Wait,
fic.
No.
Wait, Face, you've been to high school, right? You've had.
Yeah.
Hey,
inspection
should I just
day,
read the
right?
one chapter
No,
of my
I
own
don't think
fic
I've ever
real
had
quick,
a-
just to
Yes.
fucking get some interest
Day.
up?
Sure.
Let's see
Do
how
it.
just awful this shit
Cross
is.
promotion.
Yeah,
It's
cross
showtime.
promotion. The
Show-
year
showtime.
is 1988. The day is special for a very particular reason. It is the title fight of one Samson Sullivan, a megalosaurid boxer. The megalosaurid opponent for the match, Charlemagne, the current holder of the middleweight title. A compy announcer comes up to the canvas and starts to call out the contenders of the match. In the champion corner, you know him, weighing in at 200 pounds even, standing 6'1", is one giant of a personality. The champ's record standing at 43-6-3, wins, losses, and ties. We have Charlemagne! He points to the western corner. Sparklers a knight in a large allosaur jumps into the ring and stands straight up in the corner and crosses his arms. Man, I was fucking retarded while writing this. That's fine.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to read up more to help you proofread it, but man, I was busy that week.
A while after the fanfare calms down, the compy pipes back up, for only a spotlight to appear. Our challenger has an explosive year, weighing 190 pounds, standing 5'9", the terrific titan of rock quarry, a tyrant of the pub. He immigrated from Volodare, his homeland, because the folks there were not scary enough. With a record of 10 wins, 1 loss, and no ties, Samson Sullivan of Ireland. It fucking auto-corrected me. God damn it. There are not so many people cheering as what Charlie got, but still, those people who did cheered twice as loud. Samson made his way down to the alley, shaking hands, bumping fists, five in those that he cared to ask, and he strolled up to the aisle. He continued to the jaunt until he was at the canvas mat. Before climbing up to speak, he stopped to speak some words of wisdom to his little boy, a little megalosaur by the ringside. Now, boy, before I go to up into the mat and wins this title, I figure a youngin' such as yourself needs to know that there's more to strength than power. Power is only 1/3 of the equation. What is left to learn is humility and remember your kindness. So now up and hug me, boy, before I up into the ring and kick Charlie's arse. The two megalosaurs exchange a quick embrace, and the father hops up in the ring and posts up ready to
The
take this guy
most
down.
understandable Irish ever.
Dog, I wrote it in the accent.
How did you find it? How did you find it?
How was that Irish?
Tidy, tidy, tidy.
Did you enjoy the Irish accent that I wrote into it?
Yeah. By the way, I put a channel status on so people don't come in screaming.
Except for you and I don't know.
The compy call, it says company, but fucking, it's supposed to be compy, calls for silence in the ring, asks for a clean fight, and gets out of dodge. These two motherfuckers are big and frightening. The bell rings. The two theropods approach each other, raise their guards, and start the little song and dance. With every strike, a noticeable exhale comes from the men. Jab, cross, side, cut, strike to the chin. They trade blows to the end of the first round and turn to their corners and rest and hydrate. Charlemagne seems to be on the ropes right now, working double time to keep up, but his coach tells him something quietly, and he rewraps his gloves. Sushi. Oh, look, salmon.
Oh, look,
Dip,
Samson.
dip, 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 dip. Dip, dip, dip.
This ain't Garfield effect. I don't want this. Unsubscribe.
The bell rings, signaling the start to the new round. You know, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
Worse than making many lovings. I can't
And
wait to make
Samson
it make
notices
it.
that his hits, while not more powerful, do hurt more. Boomf! Samson takes a hit to the eye, interrupting vision to his left side. Bang! Boom! Bang! Every hit reels Samson back until he's at the edge of the ring, and with a final uppercut, Charlemagne throws the Irishman out of the ring, and crunch! He hits the ground. Something seems to be broken as he's losing consciousness. No count necessary. He left the ring. It is the most literal form of knockout. And you just hear, beep, beep,
He's dead.
beep. He loses consciousness again, and goes, beep, beep, beep. Switching gears to the sun. Dad has been sleeping for a while now. Every occasionally he would wake up for a few minutes only to go back into his nap. The doctors say this is because his brain got rattled in his skull too hard. Me brother Arvin thinks he'll be fine, but Arvin didn't really see the match when Dad got thrown from the ring. Or the loss of light when Dad is awake. I'm scared. I feel completely alone without his dumb jokes and words of wisdom. Beep, 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 beep. Arvin's not been here for most of the day because he went to school. I myself is not going till Dad is better. All I know is I have to be stronger and beat that reprobate back for what he did to me da.
Did we die?
Out of me ear hole, I hear stirring from Da's bed. Boy, you must be ashamed. Losing like that after all is so boastful. I want to say he loaded his gloves, but that would be speculation at best. And truth is, I simply didn't train me endurance enough. He pauses. Boy, I know you looked up to me so far all your life. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want this way of living for you. You'd be hard-pressed with our disposition being as light as we are, challenging a heavyweight, especially with how much of you is your mother. Oh, how I miss her every day. Maybe we'll visit her grave in the old country again. He loses consciousness again. Da! Wake up, please! Don't leave me alone! Oh, I'm fucking so alone! The door opens and a trike familiar to me comes in. It's Dad's Coach Stevens!
I would have preferred it
Stevens.
if you left for milk.
God damn it, Reed. Reed, you can't just disrespect my writing like this.
Yes, I can. And I have the right to.
I don't know why he's called Doctor. He is not a doctor. He's a nice guy, I guess. Doc speaks up. How you doing, kid? You eating yet? He holds out a brown paper bag filled with something or other. Don't care, smells good. No, sir, I haven't eaten. Then have at it. Got this BLT just for you. There's some chips in there, too. He tosses the bag to me and goes up next to Dad to check on him. The other track looks disappointed in what's there. Or sad? Maybe both. Beep, beep, beep. No long after, there's a knock on the door, and a diminutive form of a compy walks in. Ah, good, the real doctor is here. The compy immediately pipes up. Well, there's good news for you and terrible news for you, Mr. Sullivan. You've been cleared to leave tomorrow. We haven't found anything super bad in the last couple days, besides the major damage to your eye and back. You might not be able to walk again, or have trouble walking. I need to change that. I immediately contradict. I need to change that. But you certainly will not be in the ring again. The room is quiet, save for the beeps of the machinery showing Dad's vital signs. I suppose that means they're showing good signs. I don't fucking know. We went home the next morning, and I went back to school after waiting on Dad to wake up. Fortunately, the other kids saw the match and started egging me on for how badly he lost. Maybe I lost Doc for some lessons. I'm sure he'd agree. I still want to be a boxer like Dad was, but now I have extra reason to keep with it. About the time, a gallimimus girl walked up to me, Helen, I think, and she asked, "How come everyone's making fun of you?" "Because me dad got his tail whipped." "What's that got to do with you? You and your father are different people, right?" "I think it's because I'm always saying how much I want to be like him, follow his footsteps."
Now I can't even walk.
So now they're all preying on me to lose as poorly as he did. Let me enjoy some with Bobby.
look, man. This is the roast stream, apparently.
Why am I being roasted?
Oh no.
Reed, I thought I was your secretary.
Yeah, sometimes the mayor has to throw the secretary under the bus.
The goose gets squashed, and another goose walks out, takes up the hat, and takes place.
So you're doing what people usually do to their secretaries. Grab
No, I'm even worse. I take their homes.
I'm sure that was a freak accident anyway. No way lightning would strike the same family twice, right? I sure hope not. That'd be fucking terrible. For the first time in a while, I feel better about myself. Maybe talking more will help me feel better. Huh. The first bell rings. With that, we had our separate ways for class. Maybe I'll come find her later. Might be nice to hang out over lunch. The day passes like they all do, and we get a lunch. Oh, she's sitting alone. You'd think she'd be surrounded by friends based on how nice she is.
No,
But she's all alone right now. That holds some sort of sadness to it. I promptly decide to prop my rear next to hers. What a funny look her beady eyes are giving me right now. Well, why are you sitting here? Oh, so now I can't sit where I want? And here I thought we had a connection this morning. I say with my shit-eating grin. She looks flustered and takes a moment to surprise. No, it's not that. It's just nobody ever comes here. Even if they say they're my friend, they just try to get my homework answers from me. No one ever comes to sit or play with me. Oh, I guess we need to change that then. What's your favorite color, Ben? Game for recess? What do you... That's too many questions at once. Sorry, Ellen. I just got excited because the other kids are always jerks to me. You're the first person to talk to me without making fun of me. Hey, what did you bring for lunch there?
hell
Great.
yeah, guys.
Play it off. Now you don't look like a total G'd. Nailed it. Divert. She looks confused for a moment and then looks down at her lunch bag and thinks before answering. Oh, well, pretty standard. A salad with a hard-boiled eggs, a boiled shrimp. Those are supposed to be good for your brain, my mom says. And a peach. Why, you want to do lunch swap? Nah, I can't eat half their stuff anyway. Looked interesting, but I'll just stick to these burger patties. Oh, but variety is the spice of life. Yeah, but I've eaten plants, I get extremely sick. And as my dad put it, so fancifully be more blocked than the I-34 in rush hour. I forgot you were just a carnivore. It's fine. Maybe one day you'll end up bringing something I can actually eat. We don't jabbering for a while. We get talking about pets we've had, favorite dinners, and the new Rock Kendo system. You know, kid stuff. Eventually, though all the good things must end, the bell rings and signaling lunches end. And with that, we separate and start lining up for our classes for the post-lunch roll call before the evening class, before recess at the end of the day. The second half of learning, much like the first, is full of annoying drivel I do not really have an interest in. I try for I want to be smart like Ellen is, but geez, why the fuck is this so goddamn boring? With a capital B. After what felt like a millennia, recess came. Oh, feck yeah. 30 minutes to do whatever I like, and then I go home with Dad and join him on the second half of his daily roadwork. Heck yes. I immediately go off and find something interesting to do. Swings are taken, slide line's too long, Jungle Gym is missing several bars, so that's no good. Unless you're an acrobat, of course. Surveying the yard, I see Helen laying in the grass, staring intently at something. Suppose I'll make my way over. Nothing wrong with seeing what a friend is up to, I guess. I get over to her and bend down without her noticing. Who would have thought such big round eyes would have a blind spot this bad? I then follow the line of her eyesight to see some little red beetle sitting on a blade of grass, looking back at her. So naturally I break the silence. You know, insects don't have eyelids. You cannot win a staring contest this time. The beetle flies off after I piped up. She looks at me with a frown on her face and gives me a little shove in the shoulder. You scared off my favorite bug. I was watching it eat. What? That one beetle? Probably millions out in this yard. Not the individual, but yes, the calligraphy beetle is my favorite species. Why? Because they have these little white marks on their shell that look like pinstrokes, and they're my favorite shade of red. The name is really interesting because it means she kept yapping for a while and I didn't really care about the little insect, but something about it just makes me want to be near her and stare in the beagle's eyes. Oh, I wonder where that is. And once again, nice feeling you get in your gut sometimes. Disappears a Hydrosaur Kyle walks up and starts some shit. Oh, so the Prince Loser of the Loser Dynasty got himself a girl. Didn't know you liked chicken so much. Shove off, Kyle, or I'll tell everyone you still wet the bed. I do not wet the fucking bed! Oh, a swear word. Looks like Buddy might get a little rattled, but snitches get stitches. He then continues. Of course, it makes sense you want a checkered, seeing as as a chicken, seeing as you and your dad are both. Bell rings. Recess is over. Dad's waiting over there. I'm in his blind spot now. Teachers are finishing dismissal before going on to whatever they do. It's natural I cut him off with a quick left hook to the face. He starts crying because he wasn't ready for my superior megalosaur muscles. I gotta go before a teacher notices and comes over. So I quickly grab Helen's hand and scurry off to Dad, who is looking at me now. Damn, what have I looked over? Dad decides to start the conversation. You know, you really shouldn't hit your friends. That's a pretty good farm. Even so, you're gonna have to be in some trouble, mister. You'll have to apologize to him on Monday. But Dad, he started it, I whine out. Don't care, boy. He starts at a yell, but calms down. You shouldn't hit non-competitors. I might fight people for money, but they agree to get hit. Yeah, I thought this was worse than it was. I might actually start writing it again.
That's good.
It's solid. I posted something funny in Meme Zone.
Dad catches his breath. He's been moving slower since being thrown from the ring by Big Charlie. I guess he hurt his back more than I thought. He finally turns to Helen, his remaining eye lingering, lighting up and the smirk growing on his battered face. Hey Dale, who's your girlfriend anyway? Me face is red. I didn't think you'd jump at that card so quite this early. This is Helen. I made friends with her earlier. Cal decided to start picking on her by making racial remarks. So naturally I jumped in to be the hero champion I was raised to be. I start to get smug. Her face becomes red against the orange and browns of the rest of her. Almost tempted to say this was cute. Dad speaks back up. Well, I guess if you're defending this girl's honor, we can look over some of it. But use your words, not your fists against schoolmates. You'll still have to apologize to that kid. Wouldn't want that his folks coming after the last three of our clan, right? I guess so, Dad. That's ill. Alright, good. But since you're so eager to fighting, obviously you just must have so much pent-up energy. Let's move away from sucker punches on weaklings and have Doc put you through hell camp. And maybe we'll line up some sparring matches to start off with. And so we went home, dropping off the girl at her family's house on the way. She said they were busy all the time since it was so close to school. They just had her walk home alone. Area wasn't exactly Skin Row, but I didn't feel comfortable with her walking alone, so I guess I'll make a detour in the morning to meet her there and walk the rest of the way with her. When we got home, Arvin was already doing his homework. Something called algebra. He didn't even say hello. It's been real quiet of him as of late. Dad gets Doc on the line and has him come over to start my training. Well, it's something interesting to do, so I'll happily take it. I'm not reading the epilogue. But yeah, that wasn't awful.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, I literally no story is a lot worse written than that, so...
I just don't have good punctuation because I wasn't giving a singular shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, now, so since
Bad
you
writing.
actually have a basic understanding of the English language, so...
Bad writing from, like, poor punctuation and poor spelling, or bad writing from, like, actual, like, story structure?
As far as story structure goes, this immediately has a fucking 17-year time skip.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, what he said about Noah's story.
Yeah, no, Noah's story suffers from massive, like, grammatical errors to the point where you can't tell which character is talking.
I could tell what character was talking when I read it.
There were
That's because
certain
my grandma's dog shit.
scenes... The way how I looked at it is that certain characters, when you're talking in, like, the eating scenes, goes from naming a character him to her, without actually designating it when the character's talking in the same sentence.
Sounds like ESL, because usually when, like, there's poor translations, they usually accidentally fucking call, like, a girl a fucking boy and shit like that.
In the same sentence, so it made it really inconsistent.
Yeah, that sounds like ESL, like they're using Google Translate.
Yeah, it's not. For me, when I was reading No Story, it was... It was rough, mostly because of how bad the translation was.
Whose story?
No story. Yeah, it's a Fang goes to a different high school
It's
rather
effectively
than.
they make Fang into like Anon.
But not 100% because Anon has its own. Both Fang and Anon have their different problems now.
They effectively just swapped the location and who's doing what.
Mm.
And also, it's a Christian Catholic school or something.
Yeah.
Which interesting premise. It is just hard to
The
read.
grammar just breaks your brain.
Yes, it breaks my brain.
Oh, Jam, congratulations on Halibut.
I have shitty grammar already, so I can understand it.
Oh, I can understand it somewhat. It's just hard to read when you're trying to, go through and binge read a lot of things. And you're
Yeah.
trying to keep track of the story at the same time. And it's like, I just would rather go back to reading Drunk Punch, I guess. Which is good. Drunk Punch is good. I'm not dissing anything with that.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got one. Let me throw it.
I'm glad this setup's working at least for the capture card. Because now I don't have to hot swap my screen either. I can just keep it all going on my PC.
Comedy.
I mean, you could also watch Family Yesterday Time Travel. You read that? Huh?
Yeah, that one's.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
Family Time Travel is like funny. It's funny.
It's a sitcom. It's
Yeah,
just
it pretty much is. It's pretty much. Oh, we're all back in time. You want to fuck with all of our friends and break their mind about how funny it is?
Also, we're both teenagers again. My God.
Also,
still
somehow
have
our
Amber.
daughter from the future is here.
Yes. Fang looks at Anon. Want to have another Amber?
They probably would just get a clone, wouldn't they?
Green time.
Yeah. By the time, if the exact same situation was to happen, yes, it wouldn't be a clone. It would be the same method because it's the same body. Well, it's bodies beforehand, so it gets really, really awkward.
All right, we're reading. Reed got probed.
Wait, I got what?
Reed got probed.
I got what?
Not you.
Okay. You would chill with their damn readings, like, damn, we just chat.
We can
Yeah.
chat for a little bit. I just got my YouTube stream going, man.
And now you forget half this community's here for the gabs.
True.
Be like, why do you watch this streamer? Because he just starts saying things and he talks to the chat and he's not a dick about it.
Yeah.
Because you can just join me and interrupt my reading.
No, I would just do that even if you weren't reading or playing a game. I'd just be like, hog squeezing my hog.
Breaking my
She was coming on to me, and she was pranking my hog.
Oh, wait. I don't know if Sierra was here for this, but I've done some fun little things. You see, I got this now.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling
did not
real
see that one.
magical. What's coming on to me? Straight breaking my hog.
So they don't like it. I said, well, what color's your brigade?
Dentro TikTok. Let me find it. I got another funny one you could add.
Listen, I'm going until people start filing in for TTT.
Oh, is it TTT again?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I was gonna wait because I think I had burned out on Gmod for probably a good bit, so.
I may or may not hop in for this TGT. Probably gonna do it when it's more later in the night to hop in.
I don't want to get it for TTT because the last few times I did, my voice was run a little fucking thin. Like I had like a sore and then I had to sleep.
If I had Barney, if I ended up, I need to watch a Barn, like the game that they're running yesterday. I think that's what Lazar was asking me about. And then he got really drunk, and I'm like, I can't remember what you're talking about.
Reed, I got another one you can add to the soundboard right here.
Oh, okay. I'll have to.
Go fuck yourself!
Fucking upset.
You could get the real video for it.
Rise and
Like
shine,
the one that has like
Mr.
fucking
Freeman.
shit like
Rise
G-Man like noises.
and shine. No one's more deserving of rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone
I
to
could,
waste.
I put penis inspection day in for a thing to read, but I think it got drowned out by
Hey,
memes.
Cars, you here.
It's
You
not
can,
smut. I can guarantee you
Here,
that.
translate.
I-
Translation.
Because while it does have the reference to the
Graphic.
phallus safe object,
Okay.
there is nothing that insane.
Yeah, it's literally just, alright, drop your pants, delete, let's clean it.
Hell yeah, brother.
He pulls out a pen and paper.
Face the best
Oh
suggestion
my
I can give you is
god, I found
the
green
first panel
text
just
in-
says like the lowest point of my life, and then the second one something along the lines of Gator Waifu.
Okay. Okay, I found another one.
And then I showed up and I've made it his highest point of his life. Because I accept his art.
I fucking love the song too.
Now, only if we can get you out of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest meme ever for you, Cars. Everybody's gonna think you live in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
There's so many Brazilians in the server.
There is.
There's more
a lot of Brazilians.
There's more Brit bongers.
No, they're evenly matched.
Isn't there like only like 2 bongs?
Oh no, there's a couple of bongers in here. There's one Highlander, I think, somewhere as well.
Oh my.
Scotland forever!
And then we have
Messi,
there is a Russian, I believe, on here, and then we got Lazar, who's Czech, and then Lugucci, who is he's a Bavarian.
Why
He's
is that tongue numb?
And then we have
He's
an
an-
Italian.
He's an effeminate Rhinelander, as Lazar puts it.
Ow. Pop my arm.
And he has a right to say that because the Czechs and the Germans,
United States.
they've been fighting each other forever.
Then how would you break it down by state?
Now, by state, well, you got one guy from Ohio. There's probably another Ohioan somewhere around here.
Yeah, New Mexico in chat. Can you guess who?
I mean, are you gonna beat around the bush?
I am in funny Breaking Bad state.
I mean, New Mexico,
Waiting for the Residence Cascade.
We boost the anti-mass spectrometer.
I'm trying to figure out if my tongue is numb because I ate something I'm allergic to, or if it's just because of the wasabi.
Wasabi. Yeah, it will be because of the wasabi. Because horseradish has a tendency to do a numbing effect on you if it's on your tongue for too long.
I only had a little bit.
Yeah, but you probably let it sit there for a little bit too.
Just a little. It's just the tip of my tongue. It's not like my fucking throat's swelling up. It just makes my tongue feel a little loose.
No, it won't. Just make sure you.
I'm
drink
just trying to
some
make
water.
sure I'm not dying, you know?
Nah, you're dying. It's big
I
news.
must
You
be
got 48
like,
hours
fucking
left.
stupid because like fucking I don't know why I just like fucking putting like an absurd amount of wasabi on any sushi I get.
I don't really. I eat wasabi on its own. I've done it a couple of times.
And grab water.
You know, because the way how wasabi works, unlike sauces, is that sauces are more of an oil, like a liquid-based substance, while wasabi is based off of a radish. And
It's just radish paste.
Yeah. And normally that stuff washes out really fast.
Also,
Yeah,
it's
the
supposed
problem-
to be used as like a palate cleanser.
That and half the problem with radishes is that they're not spicy as in the fun spicy. It is in a nasal spicy way for me, and I don't like nasal spicy as much.
Oh, you don't like the nose drippy?
No, I mean like it makes my nose stuffy while it's going
what?
on.
Woo! He caught another secret halibut! Let's go!
Well,
Let's
let's fish.
fucking
fish
go.
reactors, man.
You know what that means, Jam?
This man above me! Fish reacts him!
React him.
You know what that
Fish.
means? Fish. Oh,
Literally
Jack.
fish. So, are you gonna cook that thing?
Does he do this for work?
Oh, okay. How many
Or is it
pounds
just
do you?
pleasure?
Okay, but here's the thing. How many pounds do you think that is?
Phase, kill that creature. Right now.
Because that looks like
It's being killed.
Damn it, nearly 70 pounds.
Yeah, no, that's a good meal right there.
Yar, 70 pounds of gator arse.
Also,
That's a
Face, I don't think you can easily kill that
decent
man. He's got
halberd,
fucking.
actually.
That man's got
Second.
fucking.
Should I read
mantis
Pirate
shrimp
Princess all the way through
Ooh, that
and
is
just
a good
fucking
boy.
give Fang the fucking YAR!
I made it.
There
I
be
mean,
the
Ace
booty.
asked me to make a gift too.
God.
You bet he
Pirate
did.
Princess, yeah. Pirate Princess is good. I caught up on it.
Is it foreseeable I could do that tonight before community night starts?
Mhm.
Catch up.
Also, Face, I don't think you can kill that man. Like, he's got mantis shrimp DNA. I think he punched a man's fucking head off, dude. What the document says from him.
YAR! He will learn to fear the 1911.
Says the nuclear warhead. Says the nuclear warhead.
Yarg! He will learn to fear the Glock 19. Grat.
Also, weirdly fucking fast. I don't know. Like, he's made up of a bunch of shit.
I have no clue what that character is.
I played Pressure. I got the 1,000 like fucking credits to buy his document. He is made up of like fucking so much different animal DNA.
Oh,
Like,
is that
it's
the character?
ridiculous.
Isn't that the character that Ace keeps
Gianni.
posting constantly?
Yes, Gianni voiced character.
Okay.
Gabriel,
No wonder why I
what's your
don't
kill?
like that character. It's voiced by Gianni, and Gianni's too.
Gianni's
He's-
everywhere. We already went over this.
Yes,
the Nolan
I know.
North effect.
He's the Nolan North effect.
Good voice actor equals everything.
Yar! Summon Jack to this VC. Be ye.
Jack's already here.
Jack Pass isn't
He
in here.
posted the funny.
Jack
I thought
Pass
he was.
isn't
You know what
listening.
that
No,
means?
he's just
Please.
posting shit.
Oh,
Yeah, he's just posting. He's not even listening.
I can't hear if he's in here or not because for some reason my
No,
audio
he's
is
not.
anything.
No, the only people in here is you, Face.
Oh, there's Jack.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Yar! Jack Pass, we're reading now.
Oh, that's good.
I will
Welcome.
read this next one talking like Metalbeard from the Lego movie.
Also, I got my capture card and splitter going, so I can now screen share PlayStation 3 games.
Yar! We're reading Reed Gets Probed by Foxtrot.
Alright, go.
I'm getting what?
Saturday afternoon, the end of the school year is creeping up fast. So I try to enjoy what time I can be with Fang and the others. Fang was seated at the base of me bed, legs crossed, looking down at the phone in her hands. She stayed the night last night. I still don't know if her dad still believes she's been staying with Naomi. But as long as she isn't breaking my door down, I think we're good. Bang, bang, bang! The door shook with every strike. And on, did you pay rent? Yeah, duh. I know I'm poor, and so does she.
But did
I
anybody
don't
actually
need to
end
tell her
up
they don't pay me
reading
on
this
rent.
ahead of time so it's not smut?
I proofread it. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Literally
proofreading
not-
for this.
Probe literally means something's going up Reed's ass.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's not going too hardcore so YouTube doesn't want to delete
Let
his
me
channel.
go through again.
Like, huh?
Maybe
Like,
that
alien
Carfate
probing means something's going up the ass.
I just realised I've been deafened for the past, 2 hours, and I undeafened and I hear that.
Where did Rock get here?
No, it's a Lamau.
So wait,
Hey,
who is deafened?
Rock was deafened.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm still too focused playing Demon Souls right now.
Maybe it was that Carfate hit on the sidewalk. Fang mumbled, snickering before she returned to her phone, typing quickly. No way, he's chill. Although he did threaten to stab me when I was moving in. Bro, it's me! He paused. Reed. What the fuck? I jump up to the door, stepping over Fang's lap, and Rainbow Mark II. Unlocking and bolting and unlocking. Reed, how do you know where I live? Reed enters, pushing me to the side as he closed the door behind himself. He looks petrified. Bro, Fang, dude. He pants. I was abducted, man. This is gonna fucking destroy my throat. I gotta stop doing that.
You see, back in the high 7 seas.
Abducted by, aliens? My question fell on deaf, questionably silver ears as Reed stepped around, crossed his leg at the terrace, staring at sitting on the ground. Reed fiddled with the blinds in my window, leaning over to my desk to haphazardly close my blinds. Reed held up his head within his hands, sighing quietly, either catching his breath or trying to think straight. I couldn't help but check the blurry peephole to my door, making sure my neighbors weren't searching for the sound of the noise. Okay, Reed, tell me what happened. Annoyed smirk crept across Fang's face. It's like this was a common occurrence for the high-function raptor. At least he was trying to be supportive. Yar, let me pull up YouTube chat. Reed wasn't quite in hysterics, but his usual demeanor of laid back didn't mesh well with his newfound paranoia. So, like, I was out last night. I borrowed King Rex mascot to go, like, enjoy nature and stuff. His gaze shifted to the side as he struggled to recall anything of value. And there were lights, and I got taken away, and I woke up at home. Being the good raptor Jesus-fearing anon I am, I have never dealt with these kinds of scenarios. I stuffed my pocket to my only two hands, and then looked at the ground-laden monochrome snoot. Fang, she was almost entirely tuned out. It looked like she was watching a U-Snoot video now, with faint guitar sounds emanating from her phone's tinny speaker. Fang glanced up at me, her eyes tired, as if to say, "You're on your own. You've dealt with this shit before. Your turn." Babysitting, cool. Groaning, I wiped my eyes and engaged with the raptor's flames. Okay, Reed, do you remember anything else? Do they do anything to you? Where was this? Why do you have the mascot suit? My line of barrage question was almost too much for him to handle. It's not, bro. I was just thinking. Didn't think. So while I was out enjoying nature up in the woods with King Rex, enjoying nature, it was probably exactly what I thought it was. It is, dude. Reed smiled, pointing finger guns at me. And it was late, like super late, and before I know it, I was out of the mascot suit and restrained, and I saw a bunch of lights and totally passed out, and woke up on my couch. Uh-huh. So you don't have the King Rex mascot. Before I could finish the entire sentence, Reed was shaking his head no overly vigorously. The death on sight glare of Principal Spears finding out the mascot was missing was, well, frightening. My stomach curled in on itself, and Spears probably wouldn't buy a whole this. Okay, fuck. Do you remember where this happened? I was trying my best to appear supportive for Reed. While Raptor Jesus died on goddammit. Reed could mention to me in the story, and I'd get lumped in with having to pay for a new mascot, or even more extracurricular activities. Reed looked like his head was empty, no thoughts, for a good 10 seconds. We'd have to, like, drive around, and I'd remember. Wait, what were you doing up till now? You said you woke up on the couch? It's almost 4 already. I instinctively pull out my phone to double check. Yeah, I woke up and drove here, dude. You just woke up. Heavy sleeper, amigo. Reed awkwardly forces his eyes shut, slowly weakening. Okay, we'll just take your van. Oh, that's right. His van is a Geneva Convention war crime on wheels. Nazer can probably drive us, yeah? Strength in 3s? Yeah. Reed slowly pinching the bottom of his elongated snout. Nazer's, like, athletic. He could totally fight off aliens. Reed began to rant about Nazer defeating aliens, stealing their technology and selling it. They're using it to break into some military base. While the raptor began pitching a script about fighting aliens, I slowly peeked at my phone, nodding and occasionally obligated eye contact while I began to text Nazer. Nasal, are you busy? Nasal? Nasal?
Nasal.
Dude.
Nasal.
It says NASA. It's autocorrect.
NASA.
It's autocorrect. What's up?
It's
Reed
okay,
situation.
NASA.
How bad? How much does the mascot cost? What do you want? I'm not riding the Cheech and Chong tribute van to go look for it. I'm not parking in Skin Row. We nearby? Yep. Slowly, in between his gasps for air while reenacting air punches, I coerced the somewhat lucid raptor to follow me just outside Skin Row, at the bus stop where I could meet Nazer. Tires screeching and honks that could be heard from a few blocks down. Nazer was getting closer and closer. He slammed on the brakes in front of us, rolling down his windows, blaring Power by Kanyesaurus over the busted speakers. I'm not paying a toll, I said, sliding in the front seat of the neglected budget sports car. Funnier every time, Anon. Nazer gripped the wheel. Reed thought it was funny. Reed is laughing at the seatbelt. Again! I craned my neck to get a look. He was indeed chuckling at the seatbelt. What the fuck? Slowly seemed to be the theme with Reed, like pulling teeth when we finally got the general idea for the search. Bit of a drive behind Volcano High. Thankfully it was quiet. Reed finally forgot about the seatbelt he was wearing and began to look at his phone, occasionally distracted by billboard advertisements on the side of buses. The roads began to wind as we passed fancier housing, the rich part of town above the peasants such as myself, and beyond that, the road began to show its age, cracked pavement and wooden street lamps, and then none at all. Reed pulled himself between the driver and passenger seats. It's about another 2 miles down this road, before falling back into a seat, almost comatose. Another slow 2 miles passed before we reached the entrance to a clearing. The golden sun setting over the distant tree line turned greenery into a dull orange, with purple hue cascading above it. It's hard to remember to enjoy life, but I'm glad I'm here with friends. But then the reason behind it all sets in. The image of a caveman punting me into a football goalpost, with a loud metallic ring echoing across the field, did rather occupy my mind. This look familiar, Reed? Reed! I twisted my body and smacked the leg of a sleeping Reed. Yeah, this is the spot, he shouted without a hesitation as he opened the door. I was almost surprised Nazer didn't have the child locks on. Immediately, the raptor began to fiddle with the joint. Nah, no way, not in the NASCAR, Nazer shouted. Reed! Closing his door before shutting Reed's. Reed slowly shoving the oblivious carnivore away from his prized obsession position. Relax, brah. Each word floated through the air with a light smoke. It's just so I can remember easily, He held up a suspicious, most likely illegal substance between his 2 fingers, embers glowing dimly, and he just began to walk through the tree line. Twigs and branches seemed to snap under each step. I haven't been to the woods out here before. Used to back home. Swinging branches around till they broke. Surprised he isn't paranoid about some aliens or some shit. Nazer was leaning against the NASCAR, but the mention of aliens seemed to have piqued his interest. Aliens? Like the Greys? Reed didn't go into specifics of the physical appearance, but, maybe. Why? Nazer began to fiddle with his car keys. Fuck! He groaned, rubbing the bridge of his snout. Reed said he was abducted by aliens last night, didn't I tell you? They said he took him out of the King Rex mascot and took him to aboard their ship. Or something. I kicked the rock off the road before looking back at Nazer. Nazer gritted his teeth. Look, Anon, I hate saying this, but I will have to finish the job that bothered if you tell anyone. Nazer stood up from his lean and began looking at the rock to kick it as well. Fuck. I saw signs when I was a kid and that fucked me up. I really fucking hate aliens, Anon. Signs? Is that one of those anti-Rhinorek actor? Nazer nodded before roping the spot on the NASCAR where he had leaned previously. Nah, NASA, fuck! The drug dromaeosaur was spitting from under the underbrush, still holding his joint. Between the bouts of panting, he took another hit. With another deep breath, he rested his hand on his knees before putting back to the forest. Body, bro, there's a fucking body! Fight or flight mode, and brother, I really wish I was a fucking bird. Nazer swung the door with the NASCAR wide open, and in record time was already fastening his seatbelt. Fuck this, fuck all of this, nope, get out, get in here walking. Things began to whir before kicking left. Raptor, Jesus, Nazer, at least let me check. Give me like 5 minutes. If we're not back, then... There's no way these trig has seen Archaeopteryx Ventura, Dino Detective. I won't waste my breath referencing it, especially if I might have to run back. Having to be the brave when I marched into the thicket of shrubs and sticks. Light quickly faded, and here's my neck stood up as the air grew colder. Each step more uncertain than the last. Occasionally glancing back to make sure the NASCAR was still ready to go. The terrified Taro rapidly scanning his surroundings, and the raptor almost in step with me, barely a foot behind. It's right there, bro. Reed gripped my shoulder, ducking behind me as I pulled him by a shrub, using the opposite shoulder as a support. For such an apex predator, he sure is scared or easily. Slowly, after one step after another, I approached the accused granary. The air was crushing silent. Every branch that cracked got me more ready to book it back to Dino God's blessed sunlight. Slowly peer over the brush. The faded blue body with yellow accents lay on the fourth floor, slashed. Skin caught in the thorns and blackberry bush. Wait a second. Reed, you fucking moron. What? It's fucking King Rex! Reed slowly steps and creeps from behind, using me as cover once more. Which is short-lived as I step out from the shrub, lifting up the deflated mascot. It's weighed down with what I assume is Reed's personal belongings. But the aliens, they could still be out here, bro! Reed, if aliens existed, they wouldn't travel thousands of light years to kidnap a stoner. No offense, but some intended. I begin to pull the partially tattered mascot from out of the bushes and tearing it slowly as it's come to the thorns. Reed twiddled his fingers, trying to justify what he may or may not have remembered. Leaning back up, I called out to the paranoid Patero. Reed twirls. Nazzle! It's not a body! Get over here! Returning to the corpse, I hear the slam of the car door and encroaching crunching of leaves and twigs. What is... Nazer's voice trembles until the gaze finally fell upon the carcass of King Rex. The mascot? How... Reed, you what about the aliens? The mascot is stuck, in the middle of nowhere, a leg caught by the barbs of a blackberry bush. Reed said he was enjoying nature. I can hear the clink of glass rummaging of baggies. Calculations running through my mind, simulations, hypotheses, and the lifestyle of a stoned raptor. Anon? You good, amigo? You've been staring at the tree for like a minute. Reed, check your phone. My tug-of-war with nature was paused, even if only for a little bit. Yeah, I still have my phone. Reed flashed his phone at me. Even in the darkness, I can still see the damage from him dropping it countless times. Check your recent calls, Reed. I tried calling you like 3 times, but somebody else kept picking up. Reed slowly dragged a finger across his phone screen. I never gave you my number, Reed. Keep going. I rubbed my temples, and Nazer was more confused than scared at this point. This one is just like numbers. What numbers? Looks like an upside-down 6 and 11. Nazer followed suit, hiding his agony with his hands. What, bro? You think like aliens put it there? You called 911, Reed. You got stuck out here last night, tried to call me, and then you called 911. They cut you out of that suit and took you home. I'm surprised they didn't drug test you. Nazer was mentally checked out, but not as much as the doped-up dromaeosaur. At least the mascot is fixable? Nazer said half-heartedly, but like the caveman I am, I began to yank the arms of the deflated dino, ripping even more than before. Anon, that's school property, it's... Sounds of thread snapping, cutting him off. School property! Spence desperately scrambled to delicately untangle the vines, slapping my hands away. If Principal Spear sees the school mascot and shreds, Nazer already fully accepting the stress of a new personal crisis. And if I had less sympathy, I probably would have let him too, but Nazer's a bro. Nazer, chill. Maybe your mom knows how to sew. That seemed to have gotten him some mental respite. Yeah, but fuck, this thing reeks of Reed. How would I explain to Dad? Reed shrugged. I shrugged. Don't? Nazer's eyes looked for the back of his skull, and eventually he finally untangled the body of the beloved mascot from the clutches of Mother Nature. And like a cheesy mafia movie, we all took one last glance before it was hid in the trunk of the NASCAR. With the mission well done, we returned to our seats, doors slammed shut, seatbelts safely fastened, at least as safe as one could. And with Nazer driving, the return trip began as the sun set on Volcadera Bluffs. So when we get back, do you guys want to play Uno real quick, and I can make that my upload to Snoot tonight? I ask, resting my arm on my door, poking my head out the window, and I feel like a quickly cooling breeze. I don't have Uno, so fuck off. Reed was quick to respond, although muttering his words while staring in partial silhouettes of the trees. Everyone has Uno, dipshit! It came free with your fucking X-Rocks! My body was entirely back inside a NASCAR, having twisted around to face Reed. I didn't get it. I have the oldest X-Rocks known to man. This argument lasted the entirety of the ride back to the outskirts of Skin Row.
How'd this turn
Ending
into
one of one.
skit?
Reed didn't get probed.
I fucking love that video.
Everybody has Uno, you dipshit! I don't have Uno. I have the oldest Xbox known to man.
You have fucking
You should have Uno! I'm still
You know what?
doing it. Just a skate of it's fucking where like the company is like, let's have Uno on every single Xbox except for one.
The oldest.
For a meme.
Alright, so how that works
the
is
original Xbox.
I do have that on my desk right now, the original Xbox. No, so when the Xbox One released, it gave out a $10 game to everyone who bought it on launch day. Okay, you got a $10 game for free on launch day, and it was just random. And so I didn't get Uno, I got something else. I think it gave me Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have
It's
to
really
play the
good.
Uno video now.
Specifically the Castlevania one.
Oh, if you ever see that one, so yes.
Castlevania?
You have Uno Castlevania.
It's a video. Just post it here in the fucking...
Everyone has Uno, dipshit.
I know the
It came
original.
free
I've
with
never
your
heard this
fucking
one
morning
before,
star.
though.
1 second.
I didn't get it! I had the oldest whip known to man!
No, you don't. I bought mine day one, you fucking flea man.
Well, mine didn't have it!
You have Uno, you fucking dick!
I don't have it, you fucking monster!
You have Uno!
I don't have fucking Uno, motherfucker! I don't have two!
Go
I
to
don't
it in
have
the arcade,
three!
and you'll be able to download it for free! You
I don't have
fucking dumb
7, 8,
boomer!
9,
It's a
10,
fucking
or
card
11!
You don't even have to
Or
break one of my
fucking
candles!
Oh yeah, that was what I was about to say.
I don't have Uno!
It's fucking Uno! And it's free! It's free! Fuck!
I will return shortly.
Alright.
The fire department's popping off right now.
Woo!
Womp womp.
Oh, I'll be right back.
You stupid Belmont! Fuck!
Is the Ratatouille 18 plus roleplay server still a thing, or is that gone?
What?
I have
Oh, it better be.
Hey, what?
What?
The Ratatouille 18 plus roleplay server on Discord.
Fuck?
I have no.
You never heard of it?
No!
Is this where you control people with their hair and that's the roleplay?
I don't know. I never been in it.
So why do you know this?
Because the
Jim,
damn
why do you say
meme.
dibs on the rat?
Who said what? What?
Jam said dibs on the rat. in the
Face.
fucking-
You know, sometimes I say curse things, and sometimes it's you.
I
And
say
I've got-
curse things, but I don't think I say them that often.
Yeah, but
It's mostly
sometimes
cursed
it's
images.
look. You know,
Don't worry,
sometimes
Faith,
I'm like,
I know what you're talking about. I saw them too.
well, of course, cars would know. I don't expect anything different at that point. Oh, so let's go ahead and deal with the Tower Knight. The end is now.
now.
Prepare thyself.
Prepare thyself.
Prepare thyself, Womp.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? I fat roll out the... Oh wait, I forgot. You put me on the ground, I have regen.
Prepare thyself.
Healing? What's that?
Oh, I'm curious. Is that server still? Hold on. I need to know.
Is that the video we're thinking of, Reed?
That was the Pacava cells. Or are you talking about the Rondo of cards?
Yeah, Rondo.
Noted.
Oh, it was Rondo of cards, I believe. Because it'll go through multiple different animations.
What do you think I was playing some Uno, making that my upload for tonight?
Yeah, good enough.
I don't have Uno. I got the old Xbox. You have fucking Uno, you dick!
I don't know, do you have tabletops then?
No, I don't.
There's plenty of places where you can play Uno for free.
I know.
I have Crackdown 1.
Almost like.
I mean, Crackdown 1, the only good Crackdown game?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey yo! All my fellow retards!
Lassiter in the fucking oat stream.
Oh, Lassiter's here.
Lassiter in the oat stream for tonight?
Don't say anything funny.
Are you?
Don't say any gamer words. It's on YouTube right now.
Wait, what?
He cut it
You're
off.
live on Twitch?
YouTube.
Oh shit! Wait,
I'm
shut the fuck
crazy
up.
after.
We're already online?
I've been, well, my stream is live.
What I'm doing,
Jesus.
I'm just playing Demon
It's been
Souls.
for a while. I've just been reading
Well,
one-shot
sucks
fics.
fucking for you, because guess where the fuck I am?
In a bar.
This is
I'm-
why you
I'm
have to
really
cut down
lost
the
in the
amount of
sunflowers.
drinking sometimes,
I'm just gonna
man.
put a silencer on him.
Lost.
I think he sounds like he might be, of the state of mind to say some gamer words.
He is Lassiter.
I think you might just have to relay what he says.
Oh, cool.
If you could keep your slurs to your native language, I don't think YouTube will care.
Judo prdele. Doufám, že tvoje mama chcípne,
He's
vole.
already muted him purposefully.
I know.
I opened it up, and I can only assume that he was saying slurs about me in Czech.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all I can assume. I let him through for a second. Lester, are we gonna be calm?
I have no idea what you're saying, you're too fucking quiet. Womp womp.
He also has you averagely on quiet as well, because, you know, both you guys...
Averagely unquiet. Fuck that.
Listen.
Womp
I am
womp.
live. I don't need my fucking account to get obliterated.
Sounds like a you problem.
I
So
can
where's
make
the
it a
party?
problem. Well, I was gonna start reading in a second.
Are you fucking reading again, man?
That's what I do, is I read.
Do you now?
He wants me to read Penis Inspection Day.
You are implying that I'm gonna give a fuck. You, my man, you can read anything you want. I am not gonna care.
Oh, well, because I have my fucking YouTube stream up, I gotta think about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, if you have something funny to say, you can interrupt me, yeah. I give this opportunity to everybody, don't abuse it. You can interrupt me. I'll make sure OBS is still fucking excellent. It's still keeping up with the window.
Compound Tower Night.
How long is this? A good old 1,200 word? Nice and short. Fourth period. The second best part of the day. Mainly because Fang is there. I like talking to her. She seems to like talking to me, especially after all that successful concert at Moe's. Or they, whatever, it's kind of dumb. But if it's all I need to do to keep their attention, I'm all for it. Hey, you dweeb. Fang calls as she settles into the chair next to me. We launched into a conversation about our days, and now we're going to be doing later until Professor Farnsworth enters the room with a stack of papers in his hand. Shit, is there a test day? Fuck me. Fang raises an eyebrow at me. Did I say that loud? The fossil of a teacher makes no announcement, simply passing out papers to each student across the room. Eventually, he makes his way to us, placing the paper in front of Fang, but not in front of me. I know he saw me, and I've never seen this kind of mistake before. I'm just watching him as he continues, noticing that each female student gets a paper, but the male ones don't. Are we getting a second set, or is there just a weird biology lecture? I glance over Fang's paper. Not too good at reading upside down, but I notice a few lines in an array of small boxes accompanied by a larger box. Name, date, length, mass, and some other words. I guess it's just a normal science experiment. Now, settle down, everyone! Settle down! The professor exclaims at the front of the room. The remaining chatter dies out. Fill out your papers, determine your partner's score, and write anything you think requires noting. In 10 minutes I'll come collect them, so please be done by then. As we continue our normal lecture afterwards. Oh, Reed got yoinked.
Drunk laster a moment.
Yeah, somebody has to keep restrained. Fang grabs a binder to bear down on and then stands up looking at me expectantly. Well? She asks. Well, what? I respond. Take your pants off, dweeb. Somehow managed to choke the gulp of air I was breathing, hacking and sputtering something I didn't even qualify as communication, much less actual response. What? The word quietly falls out of me with a ragged between breaths. It's penis inspection day, retard. Hurry up. I'm not having marks taken off because you can't figure out your own belt. I'm completely taken aback, panic filling my mind. This is a prank, right? Penis inspection day is just some dumb joke thrown around the Belgian waffle-making forums. Not an actual thing, right? I flick my eyes across the room, and lo and behold, every male student is either pantsless or depantsing. And every female student was crouched over, closely inspecting penises. Fang stomps her foot, dragging my attention back to her, brow furrowed and eyes narrowed. Alright, alright. I stand up and reach down towards my butt and holding my jeans up. Fang crouches down, leveling her eyes at my crotch, waiting impatiently. If I have to do it, your pants aren't surviving, she comments, flexing her razor-sharp claws to accentuate her threat. I undo the button, slowly unzip, taking a second look around the classroom. Yep, there's certainly some penis inspection going on. Holy fuck, why did it have to be here and now? This isn't a striptease, you jackass. I look down and see Fang giving me a look that reminds me of the first time I saw her on steps outside the school. Contempt, judging, kind of pisses me off. I vindictively yank my pants down. She picks out her pencil and sighs in frustration at the sight of my underwear. For fuck's sake, that too. I shut my eyes, hook my thumbs to the elastic waistband, and push down the last barrier between my Fang and my privates. Finally, she mutters, craning her head around to get multiple angles. Well, fuck, I guess this is happening. Wait, what happens if I get a boner? Oh, fuck, what if I'm not supposed to get one? I consider looking around, but too much of me refuses to scrutinize a bunch of dino dicks to see if they're hard or not. Disaster strikes. Fang pokes my cock with a finger. I freeze completely, unable to process what the fuck is going on. She gently cups my balls in her palm and pushes them around her for a bit. Then writes something down on the paper. Oh no, boner, please, not now. I will my heart stop beating. Death being preferable alternative to whatever the future holds for me. It refuses and blood flows. Familiar sensation of erection starting, amplified by the unfamiliar feeling of what's happening right in front of the girl I like. Try to focus on something nasty. Anything I've seen in my years of Afghan goat herding forums, but the only thing I could think of was Fang playing around with my cock and balls. Willpower failing, blood flows freely, and within seconds I hit full mast. Fang's eyes widen at the sudden change, craning her head around for the second time for new perspectives, then writes something down. Okay, it's over, right? Certainly it's been 10 minutes. She places a finger on my member, pulling it to the left and then letting go. Her eyes follow it as it swings back and forth like a metronome. She does it again, this time pulling it down and watching it bob up and down, writing something down in one of the smaller boxes. She then rubs the knuckle along the main artery, watching as it twitches in response. All my thoughts are drowned out by the screaming alarms. Warnings of supercritical spaghetti chain reaction, subsequent spaghetti meltdown. Surely it's over now. She wraps her hand around my entire rod, giving me a tentative squeeze. Oh, sweet raptor Jesus, I did not moan out loud. You're not enjoying this, right? Nope, not at all, just normal stuff. How am I supposed to not be enjoying this? Right. She returns to toying with my desirables, scribbling down a couple sentences in the larger boxes. There's a taste test and bash my skull against the desk. A few more pokes, prods, and scribbles later, she stands up and settles down in her seat. Is it over? You can put that thing away now, she grumbles. Fuck, shit, right, okay. I yank my underwear and pants back up and turn to my seat, making sure everything is zipped and buttoned. I kneel over and look at the paper. The thing swipes. No peeking! Why not? I should at least be aware of my own dick's rating. I don't know, school policy for some reason. I raise my arms in protest, but no words coming out. Sigh, and I cross my arms and cast another glance around the room. Looks like everyone is either done or finishing up. Why the fuck didn't anybody warn me about this? I would have stayed home for some shit. Farnsworth makes rounds again, picking up the papers and making a comment to the pair of students. Eventually makes his way to us, looks over Fang's paper. Excellent! Very impressive, Anon! He walks off with another word, collecting the rest of the classroom's work, and then almost immediately leaping into the lecture, Fang opens up her binder, prepares to write notes like nothing happened, as do the rest of the students. What the fuck?
It's inspection day.
Hammer.
Penis inspection day.
I'm Penis Man.
I'm Penis Man! No, the fuck you are not!
I feel sorry for Wearisome. Also, Jack, the terrible has happened. I lost my Fossil Fighter save file.
No, no!
The cigars, I just got it, it's gone!
Is it all corrupted?
I just can't load it. I see the save file, I just can't load it at all.
Oh, okay. I've had this happen one time in my own emulator, and it was a Need for Speed game that was not compatible with the emulator. It fucking wiped out everything.
I think I might just need to restart my computer for it to work, maybe?
I would try that first, because that's the easier solution than what I did.
What do you do?
Basically I had to reinstall the entire emulator again.
I have multiple installations of the emulator.
Oh, in that case
So
I
I
might
can switch them.
Yeah.
I put something in. Shit.
Yeah?
That'd be nice.
Let me check my timer. I wonder how long I've been doing this.
Probably like over
12 hours.
A little bit of yap was there, so
Yeah,
it might
just,
be over
just
like an hour or
smidge.
two.
About 2 hours.
Sorry, right now I'm grinding in Helldivers.
Well, the first one is like really
Democracy's
short. The
spreading.
picks up.
I'm doing my part.
I, in fact, could be doing my part as well.
Right now I gotta gather super credits for the new Bond that's coming out in the 8th.
Yeah, I need to catch up on all my bonds.
In the newest Bond, they're gonna give you a flamethrower as your primary.
It's
just
straight
wanna
up
have
just
the
a
better
flamer from Warhammer. Straight
yeah,
up.
exactly.
And you
We
get
need to get
a
together to
hand
play some
flamer
fucking
too.
Helldivers, man. We gotta play some Helldivers
Oh, hell
together
yeah.
with my fucking underlevel character. I've been playing it since launch weekend on and off. It's just I just have like a fucking level 15 character.
Yeah, I got a level 51 character, so I got everything mostly unlocked. Oh wow, the commando only takes 2 minutes for it to spawn. That's great.
Yeah, whoopee! Yahoo! How awful is the trash archives?
It's me, Mario. What?
What?
What'd you say? I was too busy Marioing. What did you say?
How awful is the trash archives?
It's just a collection of like fics. Most of them are like green texts and shit.
Party at Fang's after Worm Drama concert at Moe's. May have pre-gamed the party a little bit with Reed, who's got a little fuzzy. See Fang, who's dancing in the living room, rocking out to quality boomer rock. Wait, did she get shorter? Why does her hair look like she lost a fight with a can of hairspray? Realize a few seconds later, after I start talking, that's her mom. Fuck, they look so similar. Shit's eerie. She opted to break out the old 80s rock from the wardrobe she used to go into concerts. She's gone all out on her hair, turning it from the usual braid to some poofy, frizzy hairspray-infused abomination. Somehow she makes it work. It's like a time-traveling Fang. Samantha's clearly enjoying the party quite a bit, too. She may or may not have hit the booze a little herself. Can the classic rock songs blast through the house's stereo system? Know all the words, still mildly buzzed. I start to sing along. She notices and begins to sing along with me, a bit more enthusiastic. Two of us feed off one another's energy. Before long, the two of us are dancing and singing in the middle of the living room, without a care in the world. Stella and Rosa thinks it's adorable. Rita's cheering on the two of us. Trish is laughing her ass off. Nazer looks like he wants to curl up into a ball and die. Now he looks disgusted. The effervescence earache can go fuck herself. Slow power ballad comes on. Petite Tarot takes my hand in hers, presses herself right up against me in an initiated slow dance. Both of us start singing along, probably way louder than we should, but at this point we're having too much fun to care. Get into the moment, twirling around that little angel of winged beauty. Can't dance for shit. But the alcohol coursing through my veins says otherwise. Everything's perfect right now. Well, that seems right. Lean in, press my lips to the cute tarot goth GFs. Wait, hold up, this isn't Fang. That isn't Fang, right? Entire party is silent. Naze's jaw drops in horror. Real Fang's eyes are wide with disbelief. Her face is contorted to a mixture of disgust and surprise. Why the fuck did I do that? Samantha is just shockingly okay with it. Her eyes go wide with surprise for a moment, but she seems to disregard the bold act of intimacy almost entirely. Pinches my cheek with a giggle. Oh, such a feisty young man. You're so cute. Right, as I begin to realize the implications of what I did, a massive taloned hand comes down my shoulder, squeezing it hard. Sharp talons dig right into me. Pretty sure I feel a couple of pops, and all the booze my sister does nothing to dull the pain. I hear a sharp, gruff voice practically snarling with Rita's next to me. I think you and me need to have a little chat. It's Ripley, the huge-ass burly man who could snap my spine like a fucking twig, and was a police commissioner, and who was quite possibly had mafia connections, and whose wife I just kissed in front of everyone. That Ripley? Start silently praying to Raptor Jesus for a quick death as I'm forcibly yanked away from the miniature blast from the past edition of Fang. Probably the only reason I'm not dead already is because of all the witnesses. He slowly drags me out front, slams me against the outside of the wall house, hand clenched to a fist bigger than my fucking head. This is it. I'm beyond fucked. Well, at least I got a first base before dying. Ripley, dear? Sweet Raptor Jesus. My savior's come. Samantha appears in the doorway. The furious gaze of her husband momentarily turns away from her towards us. Go easy on him, dear. We're only getting to the music a little bit. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Turns back towards me. Veins throbbing his neck and forehead. Dear? Her voice noticeably a bit more stern. The patriarch twitches, staring at me with the look of raw, unyielding hatred, torn between his desire to rip me apart and keep his wife happy. Finally he moves, his face right this time. I don't ever want to see you near my house again. If I were you, I'd start watching my back. He grabs me by the collar, throws my ass into the front walkway, goes back inside, slams the door hard enough behind him to rattle the windows. Pick myself up, pull out the phone, get started texting Fang. I don't think I'm getting back into the party. She looks pretty fucking pissed. She looked pretty fucking pissed. At least she wasn't actually trying to kill me like her dad was, I guess. Explained that I kissed her mom because I was wasted and thought it was her. It was going to be awkward as shit. Glance back towards the house, to the sidewalk, as I make my way to go back home. See someone in the front window. It's Sam, watching me. She's smiling. My vision is still funny, and she's too far away to tell for sure. But I swear I saw her wink. I rubbed my eyes, squint a bit to try and clear my vision a little bit. The way she vanished from the window back inside. Fuck. Damn. Any thoughts on that, gentlemen?
God damn. That's ballsy.
It has a second half too. Funny part is,
well,
as I said in text chat, it also has smut based.
Didn't have enough killing John bugs.
We can make Reed be here.
Comes back instantly.
You said there's smut in
The
this?
lone milk collector.
There is smut based on the part one. It's called Fang's Mom Has Got It Going On.
Listen, either he has to babysit Lassiter.
Yeah.
Which is quite possible.
Right, worse than death.
DMing me.
That's what he's doing.
He says he'll watch the VOD.
Yeah, so I saw what Lassiter was streaming, and he's just walking around the streets.
Yeah, he said he's
super
lost.
confused.
He does
Yeah,
that every now
he's
and then.
confused.
Blaster's Bizarre Adventures.
Oh,
He does that.
We called
So
him
this is
Loster.
This is my first time seeing that, so I just don't know what's up. I was just like, oh, that sucks.
My first week of being active here, of like, I'm going to start doing shit in the community.
Yeah.
That's what I bore witness to, was just him singing and dancing in the street, walking home.
Oh, that's great. I like to imagine, like, he's actually trying to do a Yakuza fight, where he's just walking down the street hoping, like, someone's going to start a fight with him.
So he can throw a motorcycle at him?
Yeah, he picks up a motorcycle with his hands and slams it into somebody.
I'm sorry,
check
broski,
Yakuza.
you've brought a gun to the motorcycle fight.
Fucking check Yakuza.
Just take somebody's
Check
bike
you,
and
sir.
roast them.
Check user.
Check you, sir.
Those things weigh about 500 pounds on the small side, so that's, technically doable.
He's drunk. I'm sure his muscles are relaxed enough.
Just making me think of like fucking Saijima, like fucking how strong that man is.
Oh no.
Oh, I was
He's
thinking of
like,
Goro
really
Majima.
died.
How fucking crazy that man is.
Oh, he's gone. He must be trying to escape containment.
What? Wait, Laster was in here for a second?
No,
He was in community
Yeah,
night for a
yeah.
second, then he
got dragged back in.
I think he's
I know
trying
he was
to
in here
escape
earlier.
containment. He was.
He was here, and I was like, hey, I think you're gonna say gamer word, so I muted him.
He totally was too.
Oh yeah.
He was ready.
Drunk Laster is low tier Laster.
Oh,
Low tier god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Low tier god.
I was there for the last time he was drunk.
I know, oh dear God, just because of a video.
Yeah, no, I just immediately put him on mute for my
No, you know.
Exactly.
Reed had me on mute for fucking 6 hours during the Airbud stream. During that trial, I was just there with him, and he's like, "Just you and me, Oates. We're taking on together." I'm like, "Yep, like a good friend oughta." And he didn't hear anything I said, and I was trying to talk to him every now and then. He'd give an answer that I thought he was answering me, but it was just like a general thing that could be an answer. And neither of us realized I was muted by him for hours. It was just us doing a call for a lot of it. And so he's like, "Hey, you know he's talking, right, Reed?"
Bruh.
And he's just like, "Huh? What? You should build that shelf now!"
Wow.
I could make it so I could lean back really far in my chair and have a come to Jesus moment.
God.
I just undid the fucking leaning latch of my chair to lean back and recline a little bit, and it went too far. Because that's what happens every time when you lean back in your chair and you're just not used to leaning. It's like, fuck!
What's the threshold again? It's just like, I'm relaxing. Oh dear Jesus, I'm gonna die!
It goes immediately from one to the other.
I do that at work sometimes where I freak out everybody by like, there's a pin that's loose in my chair, so I can forcibly lean back and break it open. So I do that every now and again.
Yeah, no, I have a nice lazy boy chair that I got secondhand from my dad, and so it has a lock on it to keep you from leaning back if you're like doing something you need to be at the desk for. But like it also has what he called a nap mode, so you flip down the handle and it just leans back really fucking far. No footrest. The back doesn't recline. The entire seat moves backwards.
Oh, that's great.
Like a roller coaster. And like the height control doesn't work anymore, but it's fine because it's bottomed out. So I fit and like I can be under the desk.
Ooh, worrisome. I'm envious.
Nice.
I want that fucking A6 Grimlock.
Look at that crown he's got on his head too.
He's got that Burger King crown. Oh no!
What would you do for a Masterpiece Starscream figure?
Just edit that fucking thing into like an airplane fucking situation. That fucking crap.
I'm genuinely curious what you'd do for this. What you'd do to obtain that.
Alright.
He doesn't collect masterpieces.
I collect generations like me.
It's been a while since I just pick them up if I find them cool. You want a Masterpiece Dinobot? Same, brother.
I want that Masterpiece movie Brawl. Fucking love that design.
Dog, I just want to get another fucking, like, the leader class fucking, barricade from the movies. I got one from a garage sale and it was, like, missing parts, but it was the coolest thing ever. It just didn't have feet. So the car mode is mostly complete, but the feet folded into the rear bumper and all that. So it just didn't have feet at all, and it just didn't stand, so it was just walking on its shins. Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
God.
Which... Isn't Barricade a fucking Mustang in that movie?
Yeah, he's a police Mustang.
Those don't really exist.
Really cool.
The Fox bodies had that for a little while.
Yeah.
In specific spots.
Damn.
Me, Grimlock. I gave my brother an off-brand Grimlock figure.
Hey, don't diss.
I'm not dissing
for
it.
Fucking third
parties,
party.
they're fine.
Third party slap.
Dog, it was like $20. It was like it's like accurate to War for Cybertron games.
Ooh, I want to get the Planet X Grimlock. Fucking love that design.
That's not Planet X.
No, but it's the same design you're talking about.
It appears that Reed has been adding MILFs to the other server. There is a Tarya and a Samantha.
And so it begins.
I mean, of course he's doing that.
MILF Wanderer.
Collector.
He wanders and collects MILFs.
I wonder if we could...
class of MILF?
Class of MILF.
I bet if I just, like, said I'm reading smut, Sarge would hop in here and be like, where's the smut? And we'd be like, actually, we're doing something else.
Exactly.
He joined a whole fucking heartbeat. He did that.
God.
Oh, yeah, when I was doing the fucking Naomi route and Moon Princess, he was just, like, shoved up really fast.
He is summoned.
Damn it, Watto, you're posting all this Stegaris when I can't collect it.
God.
Did you see what I did? Snoot up. Scroll to the very bottom. I spread to beat autism.
Nice.
Stella is my autism creature.
Let's see how that poll is doing, where I asked people how they pronounce the last name of Anon. There's a handful of these. A lot of people say mouse. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll say moose.
I put mouse.
Yeah, I just say Anon Y mouse or Anon Y moose.
God.
Let me just collect these Stegosaurus real quick.
I am a Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurs are the coolest animals because they have spikes on their tail.
Fuck yeah.
This is the Public Files where it says dubious and nefarious fiend. Pointing at Stella, the most trustworthy creature in creation.
As I've said, normal Stella, yeah, she's cool. But keep the bad bitch locked in the cellar where she belongs.
Yeah, keep that one. Holy shit.
Keep the bad bitch.
Don't let that thing. Don't let that thing out of the basement.
They
Don't
keep trying to let her out, and I'm just like, no.
No.
Do not release
Stella away. Keep Negastella away at all costs.
Yeah, negative universe Stella, fucking Bizarro Stella is fucking bad bitch.
Shattered glass Stella.
Just massive, muscly, like, woman.
No,
you
know what I'm talking about, worrisome.
No, I know what it is. You know how fucking original Dragon Ball, Kami, and fucking Demon King Piccolo, that's what bad bitch Stella is? It's the evil half that was separated
Oh,
out.
yeah, just fucking sliced apart.
It's just the evil half that was separated.
So it's just gonna spawn an egg called Junior on its own, and then recombine with the good half, and it's gonna be totally good still?
Yeah, bro.
I guess that's what the motion picture trailer is, isn't it?
You know what? That would be really funny to see somebody drawing fucking Stella in fucking Kami's robes, and then another Stella in fucking Demon King Piccolo's robes, and it's just bad bitch and regular.
And everyone knows right away.
Yeah. Be fucking hilarious.
Someone advise real quick.
Oh god.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Separating.
Summon the Himalayan!
Just
oh.
The idea of just separating fucking bad bitch from normal Stella is just being two different people is funny.
I mean, honestly, I played a game like that, and you know what it was called? It was the Dynasty Warriors with Zelda in it.
Oh.
The one with
Hyrule Warriors?
Sia. Yeah, exactly. Hyrule Warriors, that one. That literally was a whole plot point in that game. Is like, oh, there's a bad bitch out there, but it's a part of this other person.
Yeah, people split
We'll
too,
see if he takes the bait. I'm not gonna force him if he doesn't want it.
Oh, oh boy. I'm fucking sweating!
What's going on here? Oh, what could be happening?
I think he's online.
He is. He's in the chat right now.
He's in here?
Not here.
Oh, not in here, just in the VC chat.
Yeah.
Is that a hell bomb I see over there?
Oh, funny.
Oh, weird.
Just ask him if he's seen early Dragon Ball.
You talking about that one android?
No.
Oh, okay. I think his name is Android 13.
I saved the bird.
500 still. 500 coffee.
Lost donk Goku's. Marsh donk Goku. Beat soup.
I sent him the idea.
Yes, I need it.
Typing.
I need it. I will die without it.
It's just a funny idea.
Vyas will do it if he thinks it's funny enough.
I need it.
Le Crechera.
Listen, Vyas, I need it. I need it.
God.
I will start tweaking without advice.
By the nines, I am tweaking.
By the 9, I'm tweaking.
Falls out of chair.
God.
Tomato, potato.
Same thing. In his language.
I mean, they'll look the same, so it's just it'll be easy to tell.
Yeah. I gotta look up what early Dragon Ball looked like to even know what Demon Prince Piccolo looks like.
Demon King Piccolo. I'm already posting images. Fucking.
Okay, perfect. Oh, interesting.
They are the same creature.
They're separated two halves of the same person. That's why when one dies, the other does too.
Until they join in Namekian fusion again. And,
Well,
like, two different entities can join in that fusion.
He didn't really fuse with Demon King Piccolo. He fused with Piccolo Jr., the reincarnation.
Well, yeah, but without that reincarnation, Kami would have died.
Yeah.
But,
It's still the same person, because it's the soul.
Alright, I got 900 super credits, just need 100 more.
Nice.
We will see if this comes to fruition.
Yeah.
I suppose.
The fucking... Oh god, I just thought of something really stupid. It's really stupid. If we're having good Stella be fucking Kami, does that make Mr. Popo Fridge Stella?
that is too good not to add.
Mr. Popo's Fridge Stella.
Oh my.
Oh my.
It's too good.
By the way, is Fridge Stella just the fat Stella from GVH?
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty
Thank
much what
you.
Fridge Stella is.
It took me a minute, but then I understand it.
Technically, Snoot Stella is an old fucking beta design for, like, what fucking Stella would have looked like early on.
Oh, okay.
Minus the really elongated face.
Every now and then the elongated face comes back in the Snoot sprites.
Yeah. But if you've seen, like, actual, like pictures of, like, really old, like, fucking Stella, you'll fucking see that, yeah, they're wearing the same clothes, same body type, but the fucking face is, like, long as shit.
Oh.
Beta Fang.
Oh, yeah, no, I think, on the Buru, they're referred to as, like, first pass, second pass.
Oh yeah, where Fang was just like a straight up witch.
Yeah, that's first pass Fang.
And then she became more like, what we have now.
Punk. Yeah, punk.
And then they made her look like a dolphin.
Yeah.
The porpoise.
Fucking porpoise.
See, I always laugh if you're bringing in a porpoise to basically in Snoot or something like that, because it's like they could just hit you with their face. Like that's just a missile that's launched at you.
God.
And you gotta dodge that missile, otherwise you break your jaw.
Thanks. Now you're fucking making me think of like fucking Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, but instead of like a fist rocket, it's just the whole Snoot comes off.
Exactly. Like if that thing, okay, I got a dog with a muzzle, right? And I go down to pet it and be like, ah, good girl. And it immediately uses its muzzle to jam it into my eye or face or nose. And I have to go down for a second.
I found an image of Stella First Pass. God. That's one thing that I'm happy they fucking did with Snoot. They fucking put shoes on her.
On who?
That's the one thing I'm happy about with Snoot. They put fucking shoes on Stella. No iteration of actual GVH Stella wears shoes. They're just barefoot.
What the fuck? Well,
It's
damn, maybe I need to
cringe.
give another pass.
It's cringe. Developers totally not trying to hide their
Their
fucking
obvious
fetish bullshit.
What's that image that says the writer's obvious fetish or something?
The writer's obviously not hidden fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seinfeld
This guy's fetish.
Here, this is what fucking First Pass Stella looked like.
All right, let's see it.
That's First Pass Stella.
Oh, come on.
That's a horse.
That's
face,
not
if
that
anything.
bad, even.
That's a
I saw
horse
another
face.
image where it's her sitting in a pond, and her body's tiny, and her head is fucking 3 feet longer than that.
So this is where Giraffe Stella comes from. Okay.
I have that image. I have Giraffe Stella saved. Why is she barefoot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Why does she have
iteration
feathers
of
on her
Stella
arms?
Through development is fucking barefoot for some reason.
Why does she have feathers?
Those aren't feathers. That's like just a really scaly fucking tail.
No, look at her arms and legs and tell me those aren't feathers. I'm looking at Sage next to
They're
her.
supposed to be like plates, because they're different looking.
Okay, well, why are they
think they're taking the
elongated?
I think they were taking the idea of just having her covered in plates.
Okay, well, Stegosaurus had fucking
Only
tubercle
back
scales, which means they're little circular dots. Now, I get a little bit here and there,
I'm not
showing
saying
a little bit
Stegosaurus
pattern, but they had
blocked by
tubercles, which are
shoes.
dots. They're little circles in octagonal patterns.
Yeah. Also, I'm fucking seeing like, bro.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
no
autistic,
Thagomizer
it's
on
fine.
No, there's no Thagomizer on that. It's behind a shoe. I can't tell.
There is no Thagomizer, those are just the fucking quote-unquote
Oh.
feathers.
There isn't. What the fuck?
A lot of people forget the Thagomizer because in, Snoot... Dog, look at the name tag, buddy.
That is not a Stego. But
Jam.
That is
Jam,
not a
you are
Stegosaurus.
talking to two Stella simps. What did you fucking expect?
I am God, Stella Simp.
I'm actually just the Rosa Sim.
Oh, I mean,
You're allowed to
we
hang
are
out.
close allies, so...
Exactly.
Another thing about it is like fucking as they kept developing her, they kept making her fucking more into a fridge. She started off scrawny and then they turned her into a fridge over time with each like fucking development.
They kept feeding her.
Yeah, she kept eating babies behind the fucking Home Depot.
Let me look at my folder real quick for I have one with Fridge Stella.
Yeah, no, that's the difference. That's the difference between regular Stella and Fridge Stella. Regular Stella eats like fucking, you know, normal food. Fridge eats babies behind the Home Depot.
Exactly.
And a lot of them, god damn.
Yeah, exactly. She got greedy.
I mean, I have these nice little images of just regular Stella enjoying things. Like, I mean, she has a little bit of, you know, plumpness in the actual Snoot game, but she's not a fucking fridge by any means.
Yeah, exactly.
She's very squeezable.
Bro, what is this?
Wonder.
Yeah, I found an image of Second Pass that has like more visibility.
Yeah, Jam. It was made by Merlogic.
Second Pass?
Oh,
Look at the fucking eye distance!
Oh, God.
They're trying to be like, let's make them look more like classic herbivores. Hey, they kind of fixed the feathers. It looks more like tubercle scales now.
I don't like that.
Look at
I
the
don't
round,
like that.
round face. Round face.
I don't like
All of them have
that.
round faces in GVH.
Prey animal fucking eyes.
I'll be honest.
like that.
I watched a little bit of GVH, but I never finished the whole thing.
God.
I could not stomach watching.
I joined somebody else's
streams.
stream of GVH just to roast the game.
Exactly. That's how I was going into it. Just completely biased.
Also,
do you want to know something that's funny? How I even knew about GVH? It was from Bro Team Pill, the video that he did on it, where he's just cracking up into a drunken stupor. Like that's how I even found out about it.
fucking. Oh yeah, but like the thing is, they just kept fucking. They turned. By the way, Stella went from like really long snout to they turned her into a pug. She's like fucking got a really pressed in fucking snout.
Genetic failure, Stella.
Yes, effectively. Well, that's what the fridge is. Come on. Also,
I have an
put your damn
image
shoes
of
on.
regular Stella suplexing Fridge Stella somewhere.
I think there's like an image of it too. I think you've posted it already. It's like fucking. She's got her in a chokehold.
I think that's the one I'm talking about. I swear it was suplexing her.
Nah, it's a chokehold.
Oh yeah, I have it here. Yeah. I do have a few images of Fridge Stella saved.
But they're for funny purposes.
Yeah, and you know, there's some intermediary here where people are like, well, there's aspects of both.
Oh yeah, she's got her in the fucking Swiss lock.
Mr. Anon, you deserve all the anime in the world. G-Man Stella.
God.
Versus her just sharing her ice cream. What a sweet thing.
Mr. Moose.
Mr.
It's
Moose.
that time again.
It's the time of year again. You
Mistress, oh no!
drop them pants.
I am a lot now.
This is in the fucking this is the sibling rivalry timeline.
Oh no!
Shortly before Cynthia's born. Mr. Mouse, time to drop them pants.
God, anyway.
Amber is too bad.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready to listen to... Oh, why'd you swap it to that? I thought you were gonna read the second half.
It's the motion
Mother's
picture
Day.
trailer. Well, I'm reading one-shots. In a world where humans and dinosaurs roam the school halls. You slowly fade into a wide shot of students in front of Volcano High. Can one bad bitch find her true love? Fade back to black. Flash a static shot of Stella showing her opie shirt and slick shades. Flash another static shot of Anon. Coming this summer. Cut Stella and Anon on the roof, hiding behind a duct. Anon peers over, looking worried. We're trapped on the roof. There's no way off. Looks like we're gonna have to jump. Stella, are you crazy? There's no... Cut to Stella's face, her eyes peering over her shades as she smirks it on. I'm your bad bitch, Anon. Cut to black, the sound of an explosion cuts her off. The chorus of Wanna Be Loved by Papa Roach fades into a static shot of Stella mid-jump. Halfway down, the shot of the volcano high and untucked under her arm, looking directly at the camera over her shades, the slight grin on her face. Bad bitch Stella, the motion picture.
Amazing. I like to imagine Anon just punches Inko and steals his glasses while this is all happening.
No, Stella would be punching Inko for him, because she was the one wearing shades. I love this Stegosaur so much. I don't know why they went for just fucking round faces, but I guess that's just the Canadian way. They can't have anything look aggressive.
Yeah. They can't have designs.
I think I cut off Iggy before he posted that image, because he posted the same thing right after me.
Where did he post that shit?
It's a fucking picture of Samantha kicking up in the door saying it's time for cookies, and he posted it right after me. I think I beat him to it. Unintentionally fucking beat me. God.
I finally got my 1,000 credits. Super credits.
Nice.
I got lucky and one of the drops was 100 credits. That actually does happen in Helldivers 2, if you don't know. There's a small chance to get 100 credits.
Gator didn't know what TTT was.
Huh. Strange.
That's what he said.
They fly! They fly!
They fly now?
The squids fly now.
Speaking of fucking G-Man Stella, the video I just posted, that made me think of it.
Time to choose.
Time to choose. Come on. It's time to choose. Wisely done, Mr. Freeman.
God.
Dr. Love.
We're gonna need that drip back, Mr. Freeman.
God.
Government property, as you know. But you may keep those Jordans. I believe you've earned them.
Government drip.
I love that fucking soundbite of him talking about drip.
One of my friends sent me. Oh. Damn.
Did it! Come on, Gordon. We've got to get out of here. Maybe we still have...
Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? I'll be taking that drip back, Mrs. Freeman. After all, it was government property. As for the Jordans, I believe you've earned them.
Government property, Mr. Freeman. As for the Jordans, I believe you've earned them.
It's in the
God, this thing I've been
I'm good. And that's first. I'll never be first, and that's enough points.
God.
There's no one that's rather please.
Should I read the Cynthia Centered fic?
Go for it.
No, I don't know if that one's good or not. What other fics should I read, Mr. Freeman?
God.
Why all of them at the same time?
Oh yeah, I see you hovering over fucking not all is well in the mouse household. I saw you hovering over that for half a second.
You know? Is that a fucking... Is that Gordon in the jar?
Yes.
Jam, have you been podcasting us this entire day on a goddamn fishing boat?
Probably has. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just...
You know what that means. Fish!
Do you work on a fishing boat or something? Or is this you just out there for fun?
I think it's just a charter.
Fishing trip?
With your dad?
Yeah,
that's nice.
That is.
You know
I've done most of my crabbing and fishing in the San Juans, but it's been a dry spell.
You want to hear one with a lot of self-flagellation from Stella about how she's not good enough for anything and how she's sad, and then Anon's like, "You're fine. You're cute. I like you."
God.
Hell yeah.
I would, by the way. You know, I've read this before, but it's fucking... It's great. Boobs, breasts, titties, gazongas, opie. Many, many words for the bags on a woman's chest. Many meanings, too. To men, they mean fun things. They mean sexy things. To women, they mean nurturing, breastfeeding a child, and being a mother. To lesbians, it's both. To me, they're a pain in the behind. What, you didn't like that opening?
Made me laugh.
Come on, they can't be that big, I muttered, trying to pull off my Christmas outfit over the damn things. But now I'm sure I've gotten your attention. See that? Ha ha. Everyone likes boobs, but anyway, yeah, sorry to say, this current situation is mostly about the dress. I'm not going to be discussing my breasts forever, you perv. The dress, though? It was a cute outfit for a little Christmas I had gotten online. It was a red skirt and a white fluffy bits around the end. Almost like a sexy Mrs. Claus outfit, but more tasteful. Well, somewhat tasteful. It came with a cute choker, and that's not really something Mrs. Claus would wear. Along with that, I swapped out my normal black and white chucks for a cute pair of red dress shoes, or whatever they were called. They kind of remind me of Cinderella, but without the heel. Either way, my outfit was totally adorable. But why was I wearing a dress for one reason? And it was because I had someone coming over. Someone important to me. Someone covered in skin. That sounds a bit weird. A human. A boy. With human skin. He wears green. He has a nondescript face. That's right. You know him well. Anon Moose. Anon Moose is coming over to my house to spend Christmas with me. I know! I felt all giggly about it already. I definitely was starting to understand the term butterflies in your stomach. Haha. Now, you may be asking how I convinced him to come on to Christmas. Well, it actually wasn't that hard. Here's a flashback. Yup, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Oh my.
Rock.
Yep.
You're EDF, huh?
Yeah.
Are you just enjoying my background noise?
Yeah.
The sultry tones of one Father Oates.
Yeah.
You sound like you're about to cry.
Well,
because I'm pressing you so hard?
I think Rock is playing Squid Games.
Yeah, playing Squid Game.
You're trying to take a squid out with a fucking shotgun.
Oh no. It's a hunting rifle.
Anything can be a shotgun if you put a shell through it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking of that. Hold on, I think I have the GIF.
I'm not getting much reading done, huh? Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Stay quiet.
Oh no. People. Ew, people.
Real and true.
I am Mr. the Reader. Just give the Stegosaurus a big ol' kiss on the beak. Hell yeah, brother.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Hey, Anon, do you have any plans for Christmas? I remember asking, speaking to my phone. No, I don't live with my parents, so it's gonna be me. Why? He asked. His voice cracked me. Do you want to come spend Christmas with me? I asked shyly, wrapping the telephone cord around my finger. Yeah, the landline. Suck it. I don't know, Stella, he muttered and probably grabbed his collar. I don't... Are you sure it's just gonna be us? I insisted. My parents went on vacation and forgot to buy me a plane ticket, I admitted, not really thinking too hard about the reality of my situation. Oh, he whispered, after a few moments. He spoke into the phone again. Sure, I'll be there. Christmas Day, right? What time? Yay, thank you, and does 5 o'clock work? We can have some dinner together at my place. I chuckled, knowing what I wanted to do. Sounds great, Stella. I'll see you then, alright? Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. Just you wait. Can't wait, he said. I could swear I hear a little smile. Flashback's over. Ah, he's so cute. Oh yeah, I should probably explain that one. Since the start of senior year, when he showed up to our little school, I've had a huge crush on him. I've always had an interest in humans, but something about Anon just stuck out to me. Maybe it's that you knew what Opie meant. Maybe it was because he let me do tarot readings on him. Maybe it's because he was just nice to me. I don't know. But if I had enough time to think on it and what my feelings for him are real, I like Anon. I like him a lot, and Anon... I'm not gonna lie and say he's perfect, gentleman or anything, but the idea of that he was willing to come over just to make me feel better about my situation is a nice one. He cared enough about me to want to make sure I had a good Christmas. And if that doesn't speak volumes about his character, then what did? What truly showed that he was a caring guy? Other than that, I don't know. Anyway, enough praising Anon. Lord knows I do that enough already. Finally got the dress on properly, so it was time to go and make sure I had everything set up for the plan. What plan, you might ask? Well, it's not really a plan. It's mostly just a baseline order of things. Greetings, dinner, maybe try to confess during dinner, presents, and then we watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Unless Anon doesn't want to watch Nightmare. In that case, we'll watch something else. This evening is about making him comfortable and happy. Hopefully enough to, well, to get him to go out with someone like me. I paused my playlist. Green Day's Jesus' Suburbia is no longer flooding the house's empty rooms. So I walked out of my bedroom and down the stairs, walking past a small Christmas tree and over towards the kitchen. I turned out into the area and looked on the dining room table where all the food plates and stuff were set up. No food was actually out, as I'd done the smart thing and shoved it in the oven on a low heat, but it would be taken out as soon as Anon showed up. Things looked pretty good. The DVD for Nightmare was also out on the counter nearby, so that wasn't a problem. Anything else? Didn't think so. Ding dong. Thud. I actually have a picture of Stella in the outfit that she described. Oh, Sarge, you're here. Welcome.
Yeah, didn't realize this was going to be reading hours.
Oh, you're good.
It says it on the thing, but alright.
Well, I didn't read it, I just saw people.
It's reading and shooting the shit, so you're all good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want
There's
to
been a lot of
interrupt them.
gap here and there.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of yapping in between reading. I do have the an image based on this story here.
Fucking A.
I do in fact have that.
Sure.
I was streamed last night. Did anyone watch?
It was pretty
Yeah, I was
good.
watching.
I didn't get through all of it. I got through. I was watching through half
the
of it.
best way to describe it is like you go down a tunnel and there's a gnome that fucked up everyone's shit, and Umo is like throwing rocks.
Yeah. I was playing Fossil Fighters while listening to it, and I got the Stegosaurus fossil finally, and then apparently my save file corrupted, so I have to play through it again and get another Stegosaurus fossil. Yeah, it's about right.
Tense and on moment.
E1 moment.
E1 moment.
Holy shit!
Damn, good block.
Yeah, you always gotta remember Stego magic is real.
I'm actually in a lot of trouble.
Hey, if you got room behind you, take it.
I have more to read in this fic.
Yep, that's it.
It is not smut. Oh, he's here! I exclaim, interrupting my own thoughts. I did that sometimes, talk to myself. It was a bad habit, but anyway, I quickly rushed out of the kitchen over to the nearby front door. I unlocked the chain latch and slowly pulled it open, cringing at the squeakiness of it, but hey, whatever. "Hey, Anon!" I smiled. "Hey, Still." He stopped in his tracks, with the snow on his head, a rarity in Volcadera. Shook slightly as he did. He's bald. He gets snow on his head, pretty funny. However, not noting his eyes were moving up and down rapidly, he looked completely blown away. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say he was shocked by the outfit. I couldn't necessarily blame him, but it did make me look really cute. I just giggled. "Like it?" I asked, giving him a little twirl. He then began to mutter something along the lines for him, somewhat normal thing for him. "Adorable." I blushed. Yeah, I'll take that as a yes." I laughed and gave him a smile, and he also became a little flushed. "I said that out loud, didn't I?" he asked. All I could do was nod silently. That he groaned and slapped his head to his face. "Fuck." "It's alright, Anon," I said softly, doing my best to console. "I appreciate the compliment." "Well, good," he said, and he slapped his hands onto his thighs. "That's good." And he exhaled a laugh and straightened back up. After he said that, we both kind of just stood there. I wasn't sure where we went from there, honestly. I was just a little embarrassed, a bit giddy from the compliment, though I wasn't sure what to say past that. He also seemed to have no idea. I love those, complete conversational standstills. "So can I come in?" Anon asked awkwardly. I blushed even more. "Shoot! Of course!" I practically shouted, moving to the side to allow him entry into my humble abode. "Sorry, I didn't..." "It's alright," he said, giving a shrug, rightfully cutting me off. "No need to apologize." He smiled and put his hand on my shoulder. He took it away soon after. I wish he'd kind of put it back. Right." He trailed off and looked away, and when I looked back, I saw how Anon was looking at my house. He seemed to like what he was saying. Good. It's pretty cool in here. I think all I did for my apartment is throw up some lights. "Does your family like Christmas?" he asked, turning his head to me. "Oh yeah, totally." I smiled. "My mom and dad are super big on Christmas. We celebrate every year, whether it's at home or on vacation somewhere." My smile faltered at the last part, but I fixed it quickly. He didn't need to know about my problems, not on Christmas. "Sounds fun," he said, also giving a bit of a strained smile. Damn it, he probably caught on already. But then he quickly changed the subject. "So, what do you want to do first?" he asked. "Oh, I have dinner if you're hungry." He gave a cheeky smile. He gave one right back. "I am pretty famished, yeah." I giggled. "Good." Afterward, I began to lead him over to where the kitchen was. Oh, he'll love what I've prepared for him. Who wouldn't? Good food, as a and a girl to give it to you? And a girl to give it to you? That's every man's dream, right? Right? I hope. I don't know, I'm not a man. I might have a penis, but no, I'm kidding. Bad anime joke. Anyway, when we get to the kitchen, I pointed him to the table, and he took a seat. He commented, smiling something about, "Ooh, comfy," because we had cushions on our seats, but I didn't necessarily reply. It felt more like he was talking to himself or something. A few seconds later, I was opening up the oven and pulling out the food. Still warm, good. After pulling out the first bucket, Anon took notice. "Wait, KFC?" he asked, completely confused. He didn't know. "Yeah, KFC for Christmas," I beamed, taking off the weird plastic crap from one of the chicken buckets. I then turned to face him, showing off the bucket, and gave him a small smile. It's just like in Japan." His eyes light up in recognition as he pointed at me. "Oh!" he exclaimed, and leaned over his chair, and then leaned back and looked thoughtful. "I forgot about that. I forgot they did that." Ha ha! He laughed and gave me a small smile, warmed my heart. Really? You're bringing out the Gurren Lagann references, V? I mean, that is one of my favorites, but,
Here's the heavens.
Listen, believe in the me that believes in you.
Yeah, exactly.
A stego thagamizer to pierce the heavens. That's what you
I've been living underground, trapped in the silence, until you came and woke me up to a world full of violence. So much darkness, so many spirals. Cut it out. Cut it out. Yep. I nodded, trying to keep my bearings. He was so adorable. I turned back to the oven and took out the rest of the food. I had to grab the coleslaw from the nearby fridge, but everything else was just in the oven. It wasn't too much of a process. After that, I put it all on a tray and began to walk over to him. It's a fun tradition. I've got my family to do it for years now. Save our mom a lot of trouble in the kitchen, and it gives us an excuse to eat fried veggie chicken. I chuckled. And we set down the food. Normally we're pretty health conscious, you know. Veggie chicken, he raised an eyebrow. And health conscious? He asked. I lost my smile on my fist quickly. No, that's not a question. No, that's not a question, he backpedaled, throwing his hands up in defense, as he were worried about offending. Tell me about that. I'm curious as to what you mean. He rapidly spoke, giving a nervous smile, and started to sweat. I smiled back. My feelings were no longer completely and utterly destroyed. Oh, we're just... Interrupted myself. I sat down in a chair. It was cold, and the cushion didn't help. Damn it. I should have worn leggings or something. Wait, I was talking. Back to that... We just watch what we eat is all. Fast food was never a topic in this house. We just don't buy any soda. I explained, nodding as I did. Mom and Dad like to keep things healthy, so that's just how it is. Oh, okay. Makes sense. He nodded. That's cool. Soda's pretty damn bad for you. I wish I could stop drinking it, but it's a bad habit to kick. He prodded at some coleslaw before deciding he didn't like it. Didn't blame him. Right, I nodded. And don't worry, you'll kick the habit eventually. Either that or switch to diet soda, which, while not much better, doesn't have real sugar in it. I smiled. I then snorted and waved my hand out the table. This is also pretty bad for you, but hey, special occasion. He chuckled. That's right, he muttered. And yeah, it's veggie chicken, I finally explained. The grease is unhealthy, but it's not real chicken. Sorry, I'm a herbivore after all. That's alright. He smiled. He didn't seem to mind, which was good. He then looked around, seemingly looking for something after he couldn't find it. He spoke up. Do you say grace or... Oh, no, I exclaimed, shaking my head. That's a fun thought. The Baudelaire family being religious? Nah. My family just isn't like that. We're somewhat religious, but we're not the Rosa family. I giggled, taking a slight jab at our favorite raptor Jesus-loving Latina. Oh, fair enough, he nodded. I feel like we've been doing that a lot. He seems rather agreeable tonight. After that, he began to serve himself some food, and I did the same. What is Rose's last name, by the way? He asks. Sorry if that's weird. I just realized I never learned that from her. Not weird. Her last name is Hernandez. I said, straining to reach the macaroni. I hope he didn't ask about mine. It was kind of embarrassing to say out loud. Ah, makes sense. He nodded and didn't seem to feel like continuing. Saved. That was an oddball thing to say, so I just snorted. Makes sense? I asked. You've been saying that a lot recently, but for last names? What does that even mean? He blushed. Well, I mean, he stuttered out, caught off guard by the question. She's, I laughed. I knew what he was thinking. Anon, that's not racist, don't worry. I laughed again. I only said that to get a reaction, and it seemed it worked. Oh, whatever! He exclaimed, his face flushing. Not from anger, just from embarrassment. He began to grumble, looking at his food, then grabbed a drum and took a bite out of it, presumably to prove a point. Whatever the point was, I had no clue, but he proved it. You adorable stegosaurus. I blushed again. This guy. Anon, you muttered again. No, I didn't. He said, his face contorted in a way to make him look hard, as he would put it. You look kind of cute one. Wait a full minute. What did he say? You? I squawked. No, he didn't just say that. You didn't. I'm simply speaking the truth, Stella. What can I tell you? He shrugged and leaned back in his chair, continuing to munch on the drumstick. Since when did he have confidence? I've always had it still. Crap. No, I'm doing the muttering. Yeah, put my head in my hands. Anon's habit keeps rubbing off on me. Next thing I know, I'm not gonna be wearing green overshirts and sweet-talking stego girls into making them fall in love with me. Wait. That's right. During dinner, my plan... Actually, Anon, I need to talk to you about something. I start blushing like crazy. I don't know why I decided to do that this moment. I guess I thought, oh, it's a good time as any or something, but which means not true. But I had said I would do it during dinner. If I do it now, and he says yes, we can spend the rest of the night as boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe even cuddle on the couch or something.
What's up?
Hmm? Or?
Yes, I got you.
But if he says no, it'll just make the rest of the night awkward. It'll completely ruin dinner, and he'll never want to come over on Christmas again. He'll probably say no. Why would he say yes, especially to someone like me? He has so many more options. Rosa, Fang, even Trish. They're all way more attractive than me. I'm pretty sure they would all date him, if they can see what I see in him, at least. That final thought process is what made me completely shut off my thinking. I couldn't do it. I couldn't ask Ganon out. He never would do it. He never would date me. I can't ask him, not then, not ever. After a few moments of silence, Anon speaks up. Stella? He asks. He probably noticed I hadn't been talking for a little while. Okay. What would you want to tell me? I snapped out of my thoughts and I just shook my head. Nothing, just don't worry about it. I sighed. I just lied to his face. Surely he knows. Alright, Stell. He responded and went back to his food, now visibly frowning. Of course he knew something was wrong, but he wasn't going to push because he was too sweet. He didn't want to make me upset. Of course he didn't. I sat in the chair for the rest of dinner, not even bothering to really eat anything. I was fat enough as is. I didn't need the chicken. Dog, this is not fridge, Stella. Let me tap the sign once more. This picture is based off this fic.
Chicken.
Chicken. Veggie chicken.
I got a bucket of chicken. Wanna do it?
Me walking up to her door.
God, fucking pulling that scout fucking
I caught some chicken. You wanna do it?
Scout Riz.
Want to do it?
Scout Riz.
Fucking Boy Scout flow.
Oh, fucking Scout TF2, the fucking exploration date. His only move was, got a bucket of chicken. Wanna do it?
It worked.
Okay.
It worked.
Yeah.
In all honesty, so
Got him in there.
can't fucking down him. Maybe an hour later, we were sat down by the tree, presents ready. I'd got some Christmas music playing because Green Day wasn't exactly appropriate Christmas music, and my mood had improved drastically from my borderline self-hatred at the dinner table. It was Christmas, I wasn't supposed to be upset, and Anon had come by, and he was here to have a good time. I had to show him a good time, and I couldn't do that if I'm all mopey. So with a smile on my face, I handed him a wrapped box to the human. Here, Anon. Oh, a present? He asked, a slight smile on his face, then shifted to an actual smile. Thank you, you didn't have to. I guessed. Well, of course I had to, I exclaimed, throwing my arms out. It's Christmas, and I invited you. I had to get you something. I fought, making dare say valid points. It was Christmas,
Oh,
darn
Sarge
it.
showed
I
up.
love giving gifts. He was, in fact, here for a moment.
A wild Sarge appeared.
He played a little bit of Barony and then he left.
Yeah.
Sarge jump scare.
I knew he was here.
Yeah, I think people are like waiting for the TTT night, so they're all, you know,
Trying to see
kind
what's
of.
happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're just kind of like wandering in, seeing what's going on, and then heading out the back door.
Just to make sure people have it installed, we're pretty sure it's not TTT today. It's probably going to be Secret Lab.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be SCP Secret Lab.
Probably either today or next week. Probably today, though.
Okay, I don't have that, so I'll just buy it.
It's free.
The funniest
Oh,
thing.
it's free.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, it's free. The funniest thing though would be like somehow you find a way to get the plugin to like have abiotic factor go above 6 players. Because public servers for abiotic do that.
I'm just
let's
hoping my
see
Secret
here.
Lab works. Because I stopped playing it since it failed to ever validate for me.
You make a fair point. He shrugged,
It looks like
agreeing
it's
with
still
me.
TTT today.
Good, I was correct. Well, either way, he chuckled. I appreciate it. He nodded and then looked like he remembered something. Oh yeah, I got you something too. It was my turn to smile. You did? I asked, voice soft. You didn't have to, Anon. You're the guest. Seems neither of us had to. He grunted as he pulled out a small card from his back pocket. He was wrapped, though. But it also seems that both of us wanted to. He snickered and put the card in my hand. I laughed as well. Well, thank you. Of course, it's Christmas, he exclaimed, throwing arms of mockery out at my beautiful expression. He had the arms all wrong, though. I'm just kidding, of course. You were having fun. Now, you want to go first? He asked, grabbing his own present. I shook my head. You go. I insisted, waving my arm at him in a dismissive manner. You sure? He asked. I nodded. All right, he muttered and for a moment the sounds of tearing and wrapping plastic shuffling filled the room. It was a Christmas tradition, after all, one of the best. Though I will say, I think I've always liked giving more than getting. Makes me sound self-centered, but I don't tend to be. It's just true. The smile you see on someone's face after they open something you got for them, it's priceless. And that smile. I was seeing it right now. You got me a Saturnia box set? He asked, an incredulous smile on his face. How did you know I like Saturnia? He breathed. He wasn't angry in asking the question, just seemed more curious and happy than anything else. I found myself smiling at that. But I got a cheeky smile. Oh, you know, I pulled some strings, I muttered, giving a shrug. Turns out getting info on what students torrent from Principal Spears is pretty easy. Well, alright then, he chuckled. I guess I won't ask. Good. Smiled. He wasn't supposed to ask. That was part of the fun. You want to open yours now? He asked, tossing a ball of wrapping paper to the side. I nodded. I hope you like it, he said after aid, giving a bit of a shrug. He must not be very confident in giving gifts. I should, I muttered and tore up my own present. Any gift from you is bound to make me happy. I said sweetly, and I could practically feel him blushing. The gift was, well, it was a gift card to Anime Heaven? Anime Haven, apparently, he explained. It's this new store that opened up over by the outlets. I figured you could find yourself some cool stuff there. I smiled back. Thank you, Anon. It is so sweet of him to get me a present, but then, unfortunately, I'd ask the dreaded question, how much is on it? 50, he nodded, speaking about it as if it were a casual thing. This guy? This dude? Can you believe that? Obviously, I must not have heard him. 15? I asked, looking over the card again for the balance or something. Nothing. No, 50. 50. I dropped the card. Anon! I whispered and shot my head towards him. You didn't. Why would you? It's Christmas, he said simply, giving a shrug. If you want to splurge on a good present for my friend, then who are you to deny me such a thing? Knowing how much it hurt to be called his friend, I began weakly to fight. But you... But nothing. He leaned himself back again, despite us sitting on the ground. You're worth it, Stale, and trust. I just blushed. I could honestly feel tears welling up in my eyes, but I wouldn't cry. It was a gift. It was a gift from the guy I had a crush on. A $50 gift. A gift that is supporting my interest, despite how weird they are. A $50 gift to a place he knew I would love, but I couldn't. Rather than cry, I just leaned into him, wrapped my arms around him, and gave him the tightest hug, with the most amount of strength I could muster. He hugged me back, and I began to whisper into his shirt. Thank you, Anon. Thank you so much. Of course, Stella, he whispered. Merry Christmas. I chuckled a sad chuckle. I was so close to just sobbing. Merry Christmas, I choked. We sat like that for maybe another minute or so before I decided to it's time to get up and enjoy our movie. The sadness was nice to revel in, I guess, but I felt like watching the movie would do me some good. I need to get my mind off things, and watching Jack Skellington's grand adventure to bring Christmas to Halloween Town sounds like just the remedy. I waited all Christmas to watch it. God damn it. The semi-romantic hugging would not stop me from enjoying Christmas film. Nothing will. Wait, hold on. There was one thing that could stop me. So I decided to nip that in the bud. Hey, Anon? I spoke up, walking up to him as he threw his leftover wrapping paper away. He turned to face me. Do you want to watch Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, sure! He smiled. I love that movie. Fantastic, perfect, amazing. After I said that, I just muttered to myself like a gosh darn schizo as I grabbed the DVD. But finally, mission accomplished. Movie will be viewed. The night has been perfect. Well, somewhat perfect. I never did end up asking him out, but I guess I could do that at a later date. Today is Christmas. Why bog it up with Valentine's Day stuff? Yeah, right? Nobody needs romance on Christmas. Every romance movie that takes place around Christmas, what's that? Love Actually? Never heard of it. Putting the DVD, I sat back on the couch, and Anon sat next to me. He was on the entire other cushion, which I was sad about, but I really couldn't blame him. We weren't dating. We couldn't just sit that close to each other to sit on the same couch, or sit that close to each other on the same couch. That'd be weird. Even when I'm with other girls, we don't often just sit on the same cushion. Just rule of thumb, same cushion is dedicated to couples. But whatever. Who really cares about my rambling? I sighed, but I pressed play. Hopefully this movie will bring some joy. It's not. He gave Sloppy Toppy to Mo. That's how he afforded that.
Come over here and rub my cannoli, eh, man?
Oh God, no! Oh.
Come here, Arnold, and kiss me on my
Hey,
hot mouth.
Keith!
I'm feeling
Hey, Anon, I need you to do a job for me.
Oh God, no!
It'd be better if I could do a Trump voice for him because I have the trap to pull up.
Turn off that pizza oven. Come over here, kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna need somebody to grab a soundbite of you saying that.
Yeah, we need that.
It's
like,
on the air.
Yeah, I know it's on the air.
I'm gonna need somebody to grab that. Anon, I have the greatest cock. It's huge. The greatest cock this side of the country.
Somebody order Italian sausage?
And, you know, it's the China virus.
I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll be back in a
We
little
dislike China.
Right. Yeah, have a good one.
Throughout the course of the movie, all I could think of was how I wanted to be in Anon's arms. I felt like Sally. Never before had I felt that much like Sally. I wanted to be so close to him, so loving with him, but he barely knew I existed. The only reason he came over was because of my stupid sob story about my parents leaving me behind. And while it was true, sure, that's just what they did every Christmas. It was something they'd done since they first got married. It's a tradition I couldn't expect them to break, not for me. I couldn't expect the world to stop for me. I couldn't expect my parents to care about me. I couldn't expect Anon to ever fall in love with me, just nobody ever cared what I went through. Not enough to make things come to a standstill for me. Why should they care? I'm just Stella. I'm weird and I'm a nerd. Nobody should like me. I don't even know why Rose and Anon bother. But when the movie reached the point where Sally and Jack finally kissed, that was the crescendo. That was the breaking point of me. A tear fell down my face as I watched them be happy. As I watched them be something I couldn't have. I began to wipe my tears, trying to stop the torrent of tears I knew was coming. Gosh darn it, this is so stupid. I'm crying because of how lonely I am. I'm just like those involuntarily celibate guys. Stella Femso?
I don't know. Maybe.
Stella, are you alright?
Hey, you have to keep in mind, came in on Q&A said Stella likes sneak posting.
I don't know what that means. And on us pausing the movie, I turned to face him, wiping my eyes as I did. When did he get so close? This scene isn't that sad. Are you just happy for them or something? He chuckled when I just sniffed in response. He'd learned to read the room. Oh, wait, hey, no! What's up, Stella? I couldn't tell him. How do I explain any of this, of what I was feeling? How do I explain that I got sad because of at the movie because I could never have what they have? That's so lame. And how do I explain that one of the reasons I invited you over was to ask you out, but I kept failing because I'm just a scared little girl. I can never do anything right. How do I explain that? You wanted to ask me out? He asked, faint pink blushing in his cheeks. I blushed bright red. Mine was huge compared to his light flush, but I wailed and I swore, "Fuck!" I yelled. I put my head in my hands. The tears continued to flow. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Fuck. I choked. Someone said Stella, but I wasn't listening. Well, shit. That ruins just about everything. I can never do anything right. I looked down the floor and rubbed my nose. I hear louder, Stella? But I spoke over it. Now you're never going to want to see me again, because I'd just be that weird Stegosaurus girl that... Stella! And I yelled and grabbed my shoulders. I was looking into his eyes now. He looked serious, convicted, confident. Things I wasn't. So I lashed out, What, Anon? I yelled back, still sobbing. There has to be snot in my face and tears running down my face, along with my makeup running. Fantastic. I looked like a total pig. What, Anon? What, you want to rub it in? I jumped off the couch, backing away from him. I then pointed at him. You have everything. You have friends. People like you. You have women lining up at your door. God, what was I doing? My voice cracked. You don't have to laugh at me. Still, he whispered, walking over to me. Stop calling me that. I know you don't actually like me, I huffed. Still? And what did... Wait, what is he... I leaned into the kiss. It took me a bit to register it, but finally, after so long, I was kissing him. I was kissing Anon. I was kissing the first one I wanted for a long goddamn time. For many months, I'd waited for this moment, and here it was. The kiss was awkward at first. Him having lips and me having a beak definitely made things strange, but we figured it out as we went along. That was the beauty of love, wasn't it? And when you finally pulled away, I was breathless, but also so confused. Anon, I'm sorry, I whispered, still somewhat sobbing. Why did you, even after I... Because I like you too, Stell, he chuckled. Always have. But I muttered, finding the ground to be a lot more interesting. I didn't look back at him. What are we? I asked. That's usually the question you have after drunk sex, but figured it fit right now. Fortunately, you waited until you were dating to kiss, so... Or usually you wait until dating to kiss, so the kiss never starts the romance. And on trailed off. A blush on his face, he began to mutter, Fuck, I can't believe I kissed her. Oh God, I hope she doesn't kill me. I snorted and tapped his nose. I'm not gonna kill you, just do you... I got nervous again. He had kissed me, but I was still nervous. He said, and scratched his neck, do you want to be my girlfriend? I nodded, but I still couldn't believe what I was hearing. I would love to be your girlfriend, but why? I asked. Why me? What do you mean? He asked, grabbing my hands. I just said I liked you, didn't I? Well, sure, but why would you? I looked down at myself and grabbed my stomach. The self-hatred was fully shining through. Look at me, I'm fat. I'm fat and ugly. Why would you ever want to be involved with me, Anon? I asked. You can do so much better. He seemed to consider his words for a moment before shaking his head. But I don't want to do better. He squeezed my hands. You're the girl for me, Stella. No one else. But why? I asked, putting no emphasis on the why. Because, he said. He gave me a kiss on the beak. My blush came back. You're adorable. Give me another kiss. You're charming. Another kiss. You can tell my future. And another kiss. You're passionate about who you are and what you like. Another kiss. And I giggled. And you're the nicest girl I've ever met. Another kiss. I like to imagine this is just going up the snout.
Yeah.
Or just all on the forehead. I giggled and swatted his face away. Stop! I laughed. I didn't want him to stop, but I had to keep up appearances. To be completely honest, I loved him doing that. It made me feel giddy inside. He grabbed my hands again, and lost the goofy smile on his face, and turned quickly sentimental. You're beautiful, Stella. You're not fat, and you are not ugly, I promise. But I tried to fight back, but I didn't find the conviction I had earlier, so noticing my opportunity, he silenced me with a kiss. I closed my eyes as I leaned into him once again. It was just as nice at first, if not better. Way less awkward and way more loving. It was like fireworks were constantly going on around us. My tears had slowly and significantly stopped. My breathing was no longer labored. So I was able to just sit here and enjoy it, and I loved it. I loved every second. He moved his hand toward my face and pulled me in. I involuntarily moaned. Not from pleasure, just from pure happiness. Things are finally going my way. I finally had a chance to be happy with Anon. He pulled away after a few seconds, and I already missed him. Afterwards, he spoke up again. You're perfect, Stell. Never let anybody tell you otherwise. Not even yourself. He smiled. I found myself smiling back. Thank you, Anon. Third time's the charm, yeah? We learned when once again, finally sealing our pact as a loving couple. Hey, look at that! Reed's feed and seed, formerly Chuck's.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, NPC shit.
Yeah. The fucking other one is fucking Fangs, Gangs, and Bangs.
Reed's feed and seed.
Olivia's Trivia and Materia, formerly Fangs.
Then Fangs, Gangs, and Bangs.
Reed's feed and
Formerly
seed,
Lucas.
formerly Chuck's.
Yeah,
Chuck's
then
fucking
there's
suck.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's right underneath. It's in small fucking
The
text.
tiniest text.
I had to lean into the fucking monitor for that.
So stupid.
Yeah, that was the Christmas one, where Stella just decides she hates herself for no reason.
Bruh. I don't know why she had to hate herself.
I don't know. She's cute though. Look at this little creature. Look at this perfect little creature. Oh my. Have I hit 4 hours yet? No, I haven't. I'm at 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah, but specific minutes?
3 hours, 11 minutes.
Okay. So basically just 3 hours.
Oh, I really like that one, though. It's very sweet near the end.
Upwards. I'm probably gonna come back a little bit later. I'm just gonna take a break.
Alright.
Please.
Oh, my neck. God, I can't wait for that audio bite to come and haunt me.
Yeah?
So stupid.
One of you is able to grab it.
Fuck.
Yar, I grabbed the time card. It happened at 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It happened pretty much halfway through that fic, like right when the card was brought up. It's right when the gift card was brought up, because that's pretty much it.
Yarg, Anon. Come and suck me good and hard through me jorts.
God.
Yarg,
Hello,
I
cars.
see cars here.
He just finished reading up, so it's pretty much yap now.
It's yep for a little bit. I'm just thinking, do I want to read another one?
Not something extremely long, I'm sure.
Yeah, nothing long.
Alright, bro, let me find, like, that, like, micro fic that's, like, a joke. Where is it?
Are people saying they thought this story was Fridge Stella?
Well, one person said that, and then the word fat, I pretty much pointed out saying, yeah, the word fat is probably
Oh,
what makes
she just fucking
think it's
got
Frid.
body image issues.
It's just literally like, people don't like me.
King Julian.
No, not him.
Mort. Maurice, they've broken my legs and now I cannot move it anymore.
Pretty much.
Joe Biden was trying to make people listen to the Blue Oyster Cult. Not bad. I'm sure Jam will listen to him. Real quick question, Jam. Is your status fish?
Fish posting.
Oh, fish posting.
Yeah, because he's posting pictures of what he's, like, the catches. So he's literally fish posting.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, my back.
Where the hell is this? I'm trying to find this thing.
I might turn off the YouTube stream and just go straight to actual smut.
God.
I'll fucking do it again. Yeah, but are you cooking them at night? Little feller. Ice cream Sneevile.
Huh?
That is your profile picture. Little
Sneeze?
shitty ice cream Sneezile.
Oh. There we go, I found the microfic that is literally just a joke. I say it's micro because it's literally like fucking 219 words.
Is it the bad bitch Stella motion picture?
No. It's called One Last Request.
What's it about?
It's D1. It's a joke.
I must go get her. I took one step. Fang eye. A loud snap was heard. Pain summoned a raging fire. Shot at me left leg as I fell. I hit the concrete hard. Managed to look up to Fang. When she panicked, she threw the gun away. No, 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 no. She kept muttering to herself as she kept stepping away from me. Closer and closer to the edge. I have to stop her. I crawled up with all my strength to her. I was smearing blood on the roof as I went. Fang, please. Her boot hit the lip of the edge. She looked over and, seeing the concrete below, she instinctively braced herself for the chain-linked fence. She was prepared to jump. There was nothing I could do. She looked committed. I asked me to do one thing. Fang! Her head jerked up. She looked at me, still braced to jump. I smiled. Do a flip. Fang's eyes widened with surprise, and then she smiled. She eaten the softest smile ever to grace her face. Sure, dweeb. She immediately jumped off the roof, doing the most flawless somersault I've ever seen. A few seconds later, I hear the cracking skull being crushed on the concrete. Atta girl! I died with a smile on my face.
That's literally it. It's literally just the scene on the roof, but he tells her to do a flip.
Atta girl.
Though instead of passing out, he just fucking dies. God.
Don't jump! Sets up camera. Jump down.
Dumb. Ow, my neck.
Yeah. I'm gonna